You're not. Hey, you're not.
Come on, Jacob.
Why is this not where it's supposed to? Turn the light back on.
Blooper.
Yeah, no kidding. Where is
What's wrong with it?
You got another text?
supposed to be This isn't plugged in. Where's this at? Where's this cord at? We're missing a cord.
What is it?
This cord right there.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that whole thing wasn't plugged in. I don't think it was just sitting there. You know?
Okay. Vibing. You're live when I say you're live.
Good evening, Pony fans. Welcome to the second round of playoff action. We are coming to you live from Edmond, Oklahoma, home of the OCS Saints, who finished number one in their district, District 1 in Class 2A, versus your Kellyville Ponies, coming to you live by our Hall of Fame sponsors, Patriot Air and CT Decorative Concrete and Construction, and we welcome CNC Construction for their first game as a presenting sponsor. So thanks to those Hall of Fame sponsors, we thank them for going live. This is Robbie Jones, being joined by Matthew Vaughn, and Hector Garcia is up here in the booth with us also. He's going to be taking over my part a little bit later on during the contest. But we're right here for the coin toss. We've overcame some confusion happening early, but we hope to have that all straightened out so you guys can enjoy your contest right here on KV Rising. Matt, what's your thoughts, man?
Well, doing a little bit of research, obviously OCS went 8-0, so obviously their season was cut a little bit short due to COVID, whether on their part or their opponent's part, we don't know. But this is a very good team. On offense, they like to spread it out and just wing it all over the field. And obviously we know the Ponies like to ground and pound, run the football, then ease into play action. Couldn't really see the coin toss.
Well, we joined just in time for the national anthem, so we're gonna just kind of go quiet here as we do the national anthem here. Okay, we are back live to you now after the national anthem. Their band did a great job. But go ahead, Matt, continue on what you're saying about their offense and what we can expect tonight.
A lot of spread them out. You're going to see a lot of receivers and a lot of, I believe, throwing the football, which, it's worked for them. They've been 8-0. Obviously, we've seen from the Ponies, they're going to come out and ground and pound, and then they're going to transition to that play action where they like to fake it and mostly throw it to Thornbrew, who's been very effective. I believe he has over 700 yards receiving for the Ponies. Which, of course, they like to spread the ball out. You got Thornbrew, Connor Thomas, Justin Miles has gotten involved, and the Ponies have hit the field.
Absolutely. And we are under a little bit of delay here. We're under about a 10-second delay. That will get straightened out. Like I say, we're in some technical difficulties that we could not control here, but that will be fixed, so you will be live with us shortly here. You're not going to miss any of the action, though. It's coming to you live. The captain's already done the coin toss. The referees are meeting at the center of the field. Once again, you're watching on KV Rising, our Hall of Fame sponsors, Patriot Air, CT Decorative Concrete and Construction, and we welcome aboard CNC Construction for the first time as a presenting sponsor, and they will be with us for the rest of our duration. So, coming to you live from Edmond, I'm going to turn this over to Matt. Let him kind of handle the play-by-play. I'll kind of join in here and there, and we'll get Hector in here momentarily.
Well, we kind of had some confusion, so I wasn't able to watch the coin toss, but it looks like the Ponies won the toss and deferred like they have pretty much every game this season. Justin Miles going to kick off for the Ponies like they usually do. A lot of Pony fans over there made the drive. I didn't know how many Pony fans were going to make it, but those stands look pretty filled up as we're ready to get this game underway. This is the second round of the playoffs, OCS versus Kellyville, and we're mere seconds away from kickoff.
Justin Miles doing the kicking duties for the Ponies.
Looks like it's a line drive.
Nice and deep.
Taken by number 3. He's going to cut it out. He's going to be tackled by Connor Smith and Justin Miles, but not before he makes it to past midfield. Looks like he was going to try to take it up the middle, saw that space to his right and just took it, and positive results.
And we do have a couple of players back this week that we didn't have last week. Andy Jones, I know, is back. Who else was missing last week?
Clayton Wallace.
Clayton Wallace is back, so a couple of our defenders that really make a difference on defense are back this week. So,
and we get to see this Pony defense go to work first. OCS going to go tight. They're going to a lot of people in the box. Going to send a man in motion. Quarterback on the keeper.
Hey, Jacob's down there.
He's going to be tackled by Thornbrew, and I believe that's Volner, but he is going to pick up a first down.
I know.
Yeah, they're giving Thornbrew credit on that tackle. That's number 3. Quarterback just kind of took it, rolled to his left, and found the open hole. I believe they're substituting now. First down OCS at about the 32, 33-yard line. And they're going to spread it out a little bit, send 2 receivers down to the bottom. Quarterback and shotgun going to send a man in motion. He's going to fake it, hand it off the other way. He's going to be tackled, met by Thornbrew and a host of Ponies.
All right, man. Jared, I'll meet you up there.
And he's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5. Thornbrew again on the tackle. So far, OCS running the ball. I thought they were going to come out and start trying to throw it all over the field, but they've obviously done their studies and they found some plays that have worked so far. They're going to bring some people back in the box. Looks like a field goal formation, kind of. He's going to drop back to pass screen.
It's gonna be
He's going to be sacked.
John Vaughn.
John Vaughn, big number 50 with a major loss. It looked like a screenplay that just kind of broke down.
He just had no place to go.
He had nowhere to go. He had about 4 or 5 defenders in his face, which is what you want on a screen, but maybe his back got knocked off his route, because that's what you're taught. If you're a linebacker and you see the running back on a screen, you got to push him, knock him off his route. So I think that's probably what happened. And he couldn't see over 77 and 50. Those are 2 very big boys. And
now they face that 3rd and long, and that's kind of the way Kellyville wants to keep it all evening long. Of course, it limits them what they can do.
Yes, they're going to rush up to the line. And I believe they call a timeout. Yeah, maybe some confusion. The play didn't come in quick enough.
So there is a timeout on the field.
Man, that's 3rd and...
And our time is blocked here. So... Okay.
There's 9:51 left in the first quarter. I can kind of see.
Okay. We are in a very small room, folks. And we've got 5 people inside and 2 different cameras. So we are kind of calling this by a TV screen. Cy is out there, by the way.
So brings up a 3rd and 24, I believe. So let's see. This Pony defense can get off the field after that big return and a couple of explosive plays from OCS. Let's see if they can get off the field. I'd watch that screen again, because it seems like that's kind of the Pony's kryptonite has been screens. So
I know Hennessy ran that play a lot last week.
Yes. So they OCS may put that one in their back pocket. Brings up a 3rd and 24. They're going to send 3 receivers out to the left. Looks like the OCS coach is talking with the refs. Not sure what's going on.
He's pointing over here to his sideline. I
He
don't know
is.
what he's. I don't know.
So OCS has a 3rd and 24 on their hands. I'd expect this might be another screen, maybe a wide receiver or a tight end screen. I'm not sure. A lot of discussing going on.
Okay. All right, sounds good. He's down there. All right, bye.
Now they're going to go talk to Coach Brown.
I don't know quite what's going on with that.
Not to say too much, but I'm kind of getting Kiefer flashbacks.
We're not there.
We're not there.
We're not there. We're not there.
Not sure what's going on. Now they're talking to the players.
Well, I mean, if they get it straightened out, whatever the problem is, then more power to them. I didn't see what was going on. Maybe something happened that we didn't see, but
No.
delay game. Okay.
So the timeout didn't come in. So that's going to back OCS up even more after that huge loss.
Okay, I'm coming down.
So OCS is up to the line for this third and about a country mile. They're going to send a man in motion. And they're going to drop back to pass. He's got pressure. And he's going to try to scramble. And he's going to step out of bounds. But he picked up a good chunk of yardage, but he's going to be short of the first down. So, but they're in go-for-it territory, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like they have about 8 yards.
Yeah,
maybe
7.
Yeah, maybe a little less.
They're going to say 6.
6. Wow.
In case you don't know, this is Hector Garcia joining in for us. We're kind of having some, not troubles, but we're having some difficulty getting our hot spot that we normally run. And they're going to go up to the line. They're going to send 2 receivers out to the bottom. Quarterback's going to look to throw. He's got all data. He's going to wing it. Oh, and he shakes the tackler. And he is going to score for OCS. I believe that was number 3. So they convert on this 4th down and 6. He had a little bit of pressure and then just found number 3, and he shook a tackler, and he ran into the end zone. So
it seemed like the plan there was get number 3 out there in the open field and just let him
yes.
go to work.
kind of some soft coverage from the ponies. They were kind of back a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's just that, that soft zone. Just keep them in front of you and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
And
So it looks like they're going swinging gate right here. They're going to toss it out to the back, and I believe no, he didn't make it. So OCS is up 6-0 over the ponies with 9:23 left in the first quarter. Kind of a balanced drive for OCS. They came out running the ball and then went to go pass and took that huge sack.
Yeah. Matthew, that swinging gate play that they ran looked like a play that we used to run.
Yeah, it's a lot of teams run it. You got the wall and then you throw it out to your running back, and usually that wall can get you in the end zone. But
yeah, when you only got 2 yards to go or so,
yes,
that wall helps a lot.
So Kellyville return team out there.
Usual suspects.
With the usual suspects. Stole my line.
I'm sorry, Matthew.
Golly. So we have the usual suspects out there. We got Trevor Jones, Taver Thornbrew, and Jeremy Hicks, and either one of them can take it to the house. So it's one of those pick your poison scenarios. But I'd maybe look for a short kick because I don't think they want to kick it to those three.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they hit that middle line.
They do have 6 over on the left side, so I'd watch that. Yeah, they're going to pooch it. Taken by Cody Barnes. He's just going to drop. So ponies will take over at about the 39-yard line. And we get to see this pony offense who's been electric for a good majority of the season. At one point, they were averaging 66 points a game. 66 points a game.
Phenomenal.
So they set up. They're going to send 2 receivers out to the top with the tight end down on bottom with Volner and Trevor Jones in the backfield. Ayers is going to go under center. He's going to hand it off to Trevor Jones. He's going to look right. And it's a foot race. And he's going to score. First play from scrimmage, I believe. No flags. Trevor Jones. And that's our easy touchdown of the first half, brought to you by Easy Mini Storage across from the high school in Kellyville, Oklahoma. I think we kind of called that before the game. We said the first touchdown is going to be a Trevor Jones run.
And who said it?
And Jacob Jones did say that.
It'll be Justin Miles out to attempt the point after, which they went with last week playing Hennessy.
Yes.
Which is a little unusual. They went for 2 for most of the season, and Justin Miles.
I believe he shanked that to the left. So we're tied up at 6 with 9:09 left in the first quarter. Kind of how we thought this was going to go. Although OCS did come out kind of a balanced drive, ran it the first couple plays, tried the pass, got that monster sack by John Vaughn, got the delay of game, got it to a 4th and 6, and they were able to convert for the touchdown. And then Kellyville.
Of course, we have our identity, just power run.
Yep, just hand it off to number 5 and go get touchdowns.
I mean, it's worked for the most part.
That's what works. 268 rushing yards, I believe, on about 6 or 7 carries.
Yeah, did not come into the game much, and I think I pointed that out.
Yeah, he gets his about 3 or 4 touchdowns, and he's out. So.
And the return team for OCS will be number 7 and number 3.
Yes. Number 3, who scored that touchdown on a hitch route on that 4th and 6 and was able to shake a pony tackler.
Seems to be real shifty out there in the open field.
Yes. That's probably going to be their game plan, get number 3 out in open space.
Be just to see where he lines up. If they keep him at receiver or.
Probably move him into the backfield as Justin Miles get ready to kick this ball. Yeah, they're just going to squib kick it kind of towards the middle, and it's going to be taken. Oh, and he shakes the tackle, and he's going to try to cut back, and he's going to be chased down by Connor Smith, I believe, gets the tackle.
Another big return.
Another big return. They tried to squib kick it, and about the same result.
Yeah.
So
can't give up.
Get a sack or a turnover or see what happens. As OCS is going to send out 2 receivers to the bottom with a fullback and a running back, quarterback under center. He's just going to hand it off, and he's going to jet to the right side, and he's going to try to cut back, and he's going to drag tacklers close to the goal line. I believe he's out at about the 2 or 3.
Yeah, another big play for the OCS offense. No, a lot of their big plays come on the ground.
Yes.
Which is, like you said, not what you were expecting.
No, and they're going to send 3 running backs with their hands on the ground.
And
they're going to hand it off to number 9. He's going to run to the left, and there's going to be he's going to run over a defender for the OCS touchdown as they sound their train horns. So OCS is up 12-0 over the Ponies with 8:41. 12-0, 12-6. My bad.
12-6.
It's 12-6.
As the OCS Saints will come out in that swing and gate formation again.
Yeah, they probably saw last week where they're going to shift.
They're going to shift.
They probably saw last week where Kellyville kicked an extra point. I think I heard a whistle. Oh, it looks like they weren't supposed to shift. But they probably saw the film where Kellyville kicked extra points, and so they figured if they get 2 every time, it's a game of numbers.
Yep.
Okay, now they're going to shift.
And it'll look like an extra point formation.
Yep. Snap back. Kick is on the way, and it is good. OCS is up 13-6 over the Ponies.
8:41 in the first quarter.
So OCS kind of flipping the script, coming out running the ball. And I guess Kellyville wasn't really ready for the run because, like we said, OCS is more of a throw first team. But whatever works as we get to see this Pony return team back. I think they're probably going to just kick it in the middle again like they did. But they do have 6 players over on the left, so they do have an onside in their back pocket.
Oh, and that's what you want from a player. You just want him to be ready for any situation that comes up.
Especially a younger player. He's only a sophomore. And on the left, Ayers is under center. He's going to pitch it out to Hicks. And he's going to stutter for about a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Yeah, OCS ready for that pitch play.
OCS was ready for that pitch. It's going to bring up second and I want to say 13. Yep,
that's what they're calling it on the scoreboard there.
Ponies getting the play in from Coach Brown. And looks like they're going to stick with that, send 3 out to the right, but Volner's in the back. They're going to motion Jones.
Colton Ayers in shotgun now, under center.
And he's running out of – and he was looking for Jones, but play well covered by OCS.
Just seemed to just jump in front of the route and deflect the pass.
Yes. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Ponies. Ponies making substitutions.
I'd be interested to see what kind of play they dial up here for 3rd and 13.
This has Tabor Thornbrew's name all over it. They're going to send 3 receivers out to the right, with Volner in the backfield with Ayers in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's being pressured. He's going to get rid of it, and
it's incomplete.
Incomplete. So that's going to bring out the punt unit for the Ponies. Looked like he wanted to hit Thornbrew, but Thornbrew just well covered by OCS.
And it'll be that number 3 back to return.
Ponies got to cover good on this because as we've seen, number 3 is a playmaker.
Yeah, just get him in the open field and hope for the best.
Jeremy Hicks back to punt for the Ponies. He's usually pretty good about field position. And another booming kick, and it's going to be fair caught.
Yeah, for a fair catch.
As he had John Vaughn making a beeline for him. So
I've never seen John Vaughn run that fast.
Well, the long snapper gets a free release because he's a vulnerable player.
Yeah.
So he usually gets a free release. So we get to see this Pony defense back on the field. OCS backed up a little bit. This is the first drive they started in their own territory.
Yeah, 20-yard line just about, or maybe the 19.
As we got about 7:39 left in this first quarter. They're going to go with a bunch formation out to the left like the Ponies do, and they're just going to hand it off. And it's well defended. Well defended by the Ponies. Minimal gain. Maybe a yard. Yeah, about a gain of a yard. Austin Hollingsworth and Tabor Thornbrew in on the stop. Big Austin Hollingsworth. He's a big kid.
Oh, yeah. The Kellyville team is usually always full of really big kids. That seems to be our MO there.
Yes. I mean, like I said, I work in the school, and he passed me in the hall, and it was like, holy crap. I just didn't realize how big he was. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 for OCS. They're going to send 2 receivers out to the right, send a man in motion. They're going to look to throw. Either he's pressured, and he had to get rid of it.
Yep.
Well defended by the Ponies.
The pass rush is getting there almost every play.
Pass rush is getting there. I believe that was Volner, if I remember my eyes were working.
It'll be 3rd and 9.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. Watch the screen right here. OCS has already tried to dial it up, and that ended with a sack from the Ponies.
Can I expect a screen or just a quick route to that number 3? See if he can get some yards in the open field.
With 6:51 left in the first quarter, they're going to send out 4 receivers out. They're going to go empty. No, they are going to go empty.
Receiver and the quarterback looking right goes up to number 7,
and he's thrown out of bounds. He was wide open though too, just overthrown.
It'll be 4th and 9.
It's going to bring up a 4th and 9. I'd expect a punt here, but
but you never know.
This is the playoffs.
You do got to make some decisions.
You gotta steal a possession somehow.
Yeah, whether it be forcing a turnover or
getting a nice fake punt, or they're gonna send 2 receivers out to the right, or 2 gunners, whatever you want to call them. And it's gonna just be a quick kick, nice punt, and they're just gonna wave it off. And it's gonna roll close to the 30, about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, it took a nice OCS roll there.
It did.
Yeah, the punter there with a short drop back just hits it off to the side and hopes it rolls, and it did. And the Pony offense will come back out onto the field after a nice 3 and out.
So first drive was a 1 and done by Trevor Jones, and then a 3 and out. So let's see what Ponies can dial up on this drive. They're going to send 2 receivers out to the right with Andy Jones at tight end on the left, with Volner and Jones in the backfield. Ayers under center. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to Jones, who's going to skirt forward for a few yards, about 2 or 3. More like looks about 3.
Yeah, that's what they'll call it. Even whenever you do hit Trevor Jones at the line, he seems to just push it forward on his own.
Yes. Like we said last week, he weighs about 200 pounds, about 150 of it's below the waist. His legs never stop moving. They're going to stick with that formation, same formation. They're going to hand it off. No, they're going to play action.
Colton Ayers running out.
Ayers is going to roll to his right, and he's going to be sacked. So that's going to bring him back to about the original line of scrimmage, I believe.
Yeah, looked like he was just trying to maybe get some space to take off and run for a little bit, or maybe just try to hit an open pass, but ultimately has to take the sack there.
Normally Ayers can get around that edge, but this OCS team is just so fast.
Oh, yeah.
That they have that closing speed, which is how Ayers gets most of his passes. He just rolls, he just boots to his left or right and finds the open receiver, and I'm not sure he'll be able to do that this game. Ayers going to send Hicks in motion. He's going to take the snap.
Gonna hit Tabor.
Oh, missed Thornbrew. So OCS defense does get a stop. So it's going to bring up a 4th down, and it's going to bring on the Kellyville punt unit for the second time this game. I believe that's still number 3 back for OCS.
That would be a pretty
Nice punt by Hicks. And, oh, it's bobbled. The punt was bobbled by number 3, but no one around him. He was able to pick it up and run to his left. Picks up a nice, decent chunk of yardage. So OCS will set up about right at the 50. This defense last time was on the field, got a 3-and-out from OCS, so let's see if they can do it again. But this time OCS is at midfield. They're going to send 3 receivers out to the bottom.
Yeah, and they've come out in these really spread out formations and still run the ball out of them.
Yes.
And they're going to drop back to pass.
Screen. Oh, and he just overthrows his receiver. See, that's the second time they've gone to the screen, and what I'm really thinking, and I could be wrong, is that pony, those defenses are just so big he can't see his running back, because first one was a sack and the second one he overthrew.
It could be that, or it also could be a product of just being, a young player. The oldest he's going to be is 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
And, he did overthrow the pass out to the sideline on their last drive, and here overthrows another screen. But, it also could be that. Those pony linemen are massive.
They are massive. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. They're going to rush to the line.
Going to come out tight. Motion number 9 in the backfield, and they're going to hand it off to him going out to the right.
Oh, and he's going to be wrapped up by Thornbrew.
Tabor Thornbrew, excellent solo tackler.
Oh, we do have a flag, though. They're going to get a pony on a late hit.
We're going to wait and see what the referees call it. Looks like they're already preparing to move the ball. Yep, that's what they got on the defense. So what negates a nice stop, gets a penalty, and moves the ball for a 1st down. And you can't have penalties against this OCS team. They just take advantage. No, you have to play smart. And, you can't give away penalties, you can't give away easy yards to a team that's this explosive and this fast.
So they're going to send 2 receivers out to the left, and they're just going to hand it off to number 27. He's going to be wrapped up by Volner for maybe no gain.
It was going to be a short gain, if anything.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. They go to the run, and Volner was ready for him.
Tackled by Ballmer. No gain. It's 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10. The Saints rush back to the line.
We got about 4 minutes left in this first quarter. They're going to go tight with a fullback and a running back.
Out of this, they've really run it to the strong side, but here they hand it off to the weak side.
And he's going to be wrapped up by Jones and a host of ponies.
Yeah, the initial hit. And then, of course, that gives time for the cavalry to really come in.
Pickup of about 6. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Saints. First time I've ever said that. I don't think I've ever said the Saints in a high school game. The Saints. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. And they're going to spread it out a little bit. They're going to hand it off.
That number 27, who just always seemed to have that lead blocker.
And he's going to cut it back.
Going up the middle.
And he's going to score for OCS. Nice run by number 27. Just went right through the Pony defense.
And that'll make it 19-6 here in the first quarter.
And they're gonna come out in that swinging gate, but they are gonna motion.
And it looks like it'll be number 44 again for the point after. And kick is up. And it is good.
And it is good.
Again, like you were saying last week, we're positioned where it's very difficult for us
Yes.
to tell if a kick goes in.
I want to thank our fans. We currently have about 150 watching live right now. Our fans that have watched us pretty much this whole season.
It's awesome.
It's amazing. When these two started this thing, I don't think they'd ever thought they'd get this kind of response so quick.
Of course, you look at the video of last week's game versus Tennessee, 1,200 people.
1,200 people watched.
It's,
But we do want to thank the fans, because without the fans, there'd be no KV Rising.
of course, we do run off donations.
Yes.
And Kellyville will be back to return, and they're going to come out with only 2 deep, and that's Trevor Jones and I think number 7, Taylor Thornbrew, as they're going to really stack up the front 2 lines there, as, of course, the last 2 kicks have been really short.
Yeah, you can see Hicks right there in the middle. He's moved down.
Yeah.
Don't want to risk, a bobbled recovery. Yeah,
And
they're just going to pooch it right there, and Hicks just going to take it and
Hicks is going to go down about the 40. Good play by Hicks to catch it on the bounce.
Yeah.
You got to be real quick with reacting to that.
as a front guy on the return, you're taught if it bounces, let it go. Because if it bounces and you don't recover it and you tip it, bad things can happen.
Yeah. But, of course, Jeremy Hicks, he's used to having the ball, so
Yes.
able to make a play on it there.
So we get to see this Pony offense who's stalled the last couple drives. Let's see if they can get something going right
Come out
here.
with 2 receivers, a fullback, and one of the backfield, Trevor Jones.
And we got a whistle. Something made its way onto the field from the sideline.
I didn't see anything, did you?
The ref picked up, it looked like a hat or a piece of fabric or something. Might have been someone's mask.
Oh, they just picked something up.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 for the
And
Ponies.
I expect the Ponies to keep the same formation, same play and everything as they come out with that vulnerable fullback and the 2 receivers out on each side, and they're going to hand it off to Trevor Jones, who cuts it up the middle.
He's going to shake some tacklers and get close to a 1st down.
Looks like a gain of about 9.
He's about a shoestring tackle away from another run.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to bring up 8.
And it'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 2.
Oh, second and 2.
Aha,
Yeah,
it's your turn to mess up now.
Oh, thanks, Matthew. Thanks. Glad to see I have supportive friends up here with me.
Ayers going to take the snap, pitch it out to Hicks. And he's going to be wrapped up. Gain of maybe a yard.
And that brings up a really important 3rd and short here in the first quarter.
Yes. We're under 2.5 minutes in this first quarter. OCS is up 20-6 over the Ponies. But we've been here before. Not literally here, but oh well, forget it.
And
They're going to put Jones in at quarterback with
Thanks.
Thornbrew beside him. He's just going to take the snap.
he's going to cut it up the middle, and it looks like he got the first down.
He did pick up the 1st down after lunging forward.
That seemed like a play where you just put it in your playmaker's hands and
Yep.
hope for the best. And
Which, if I remember correctly, TJ and Thornbrew have been buddies for a long time. So
yeah.
it's nice to have your best bud out blocking for you.
Oh yeah, playing any sport with your best friend, that seems like really what you want out of the whole
Yes.
experience.
They're going to send 3 backs out to the right. They're going to motion Hicks. Volner out beside Ayers. He's going to take the snap, look to throw. He's being pressured,
Hits it downfield.
and we're going to get some flags. Don't want to speculate, but I believe that might be a pass interference.
Yeah,
I don't want to speculate.
Said I didn't say it, but as soon as there was contact down there on the left sideline and on the near sideline, I guess is what we would call it.
Yes.
But we await the decision.
Defensive holding. Potato. That's going to move the ball 10 yards and give the Ponies a first down. I believe he was looking for – was he looking for Thornbrew there?
No, I think it was Jeremy Hicks.
Or it was Hicks?
Yeah, I saw Taver Thornbrew break out to the right.
Okay.
Hicks out to the left. And with the rolling left, he goes for Jeremy Hicks downfield.
They're going to send 2 receivers out to the right. And they're going to hand it off. No, Ayers on the fake, and he's going to be wrapped up.
For a loss of about 1.
For a 1-yard loss. Maybe made the wrong read there. Or maybe that was just a good play by OCS, because some of these edge guys, they can bite on the fake, and then as soon as they know the quarterback has it, they just jump out. And some of these athletes, they can take the dive and then take the quarterback at the same time, and it's amazing what some of these edge guys can do.
They're fast, they're strong.
Yeah.
And, whenever you get up to this level of play, OCS is a good team. They have smart players, and they can make those kind of plays to where they can diagnose and make the play.
So they're going to send a receiver each side. They're going to motion Thornbrew.
And they're going to touch passes up to Taver Thornbrew.
And he's going to cut up for a nice gain.
Of course, as I was saying earlier, this is a really important drive for the Ponies here.
It's going to bring up a third and about, looks like 7. Yes. And I think the clock's going to tick down before we can get this play off. Clock is under 10. Yeah, they're just waiting on it.
I don't blame them. Oh.
Put your hands together, folks. This team's playing hard. We've still got 3 quarters of football remaining. After 1, OCS leads.
So that's going to bring it into the first quarter. OCS is up 20-6, and I want to shout out our Hall of Fame sponsors, Patriot Air, CT Decorative Concrete, and CNC Construction. I also want to remind our fans we do have a donation link in our description. It's not required, but if you like what we do and how we do it, that allows us to broadcast these games because we do have to pay for it. As the Ponies have a third down, ball comes out, and it's going to be picked up by OCS, and he's going to be tackled by Volner as I was trying to plug our donation link. So it is a turnover by the Ponies on a critical third down.
They seem to just catch him on his rollout right.
Like we were saying earlier, that's how he normally gets his passing yards, is just rolling out to his right, but OCS is just so fast.
Yeah, they can cover our guys in man coverage.
And they can chase down Ayers, who normally does not get chased down.
No. Usually teams, whenever they see that, they drop back into coverage, but these guys just chase after Colton.
Yeah. So OCS does have the ball to start this second quarter.
And they're going to line up with 3 receivers, it looks like, or maybe 4.
Yeah, they're going to go
4.
doubles.
Yeah.
Doubles, 2 receivers out each side.
One of the backfield. And
there looks like a reverse.
Yeah, reverse,
and that was met
7.
by Jeremy Hicks. There is a flag. Jeremy Hicks sniffed that one out immediately.
Oh, yeah.
But there is a flag.
Reverse plays in high school, they have about a 50-50 shot. It's either going to the house.
It's either a touchdown or it's a loss. There's
And
against the Saints, holding, which when you got a stretch play, you're trying to hit the outside. If your defender fights hard, you can usually get a holding call. They're going to decline it because of the loss, so it's going to bring up a second and about 15.
yeah, great play by Jeremy Hicks.
Jeremy Hicks, I mean, I was watching him on the reverse, and all of a sudden I see this white streak just.
And you see where they have him lined up right now?
Yeah, he's lined out on the edge.
Yeah.
He's dangerous off that edge, so they're going to, about the same formation, they're going to bring it in a little bit tighter.
Motion number 44, and
They're going to
toss
pitch it out to 27, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield for no gain.
Number 20, Andy Jones.
Andy Jones sniffed that out.
Yeah. While engaged with a block, he dives down and hits the legs of the running back.
Gets that shoestring tackle.
Oh, yeah.
The CEO of CTE has.
Well, we can't say that.
My apologies. It's a self-given nickname. It is.
See, look, I said it last week, and you got on me, so now I have to get on you for saying it.
This is a partnership. This is how this works.
Yeah, it goes 50-50.
So 3rd down and 15 for OCS. They're going to go quads with 4 receivers out to the left stacked on each other. And it's a wide receiver screen.
Number 9.
And it's covered well by the Ponies.
Short of the first down, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th and about 8, I believe. Looks like OCS is going for it. Offense is staying on the field. I'd expect a screen right here, maybe.
Think they go for that screen again?
They might hit it.
They come out empty.
Oh, no, it's a quick kick.
It seems like that's what they do.
And it's going to take a nice bounce to about the 15.
Yeah, it seems like that's what they do. They don't come out in a traditional.
No, I didn't even realize that was a punt.
And I think they do that on purpose to leave the option open.
Yeah.
I didn't catch who it was punting the ball, but
that was 27, I believe. Who's also
a running back.
Also the running back.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him take off once or twice.
No, especially if the play breaks down.
Oh yeah. If the blocking breaks down and he just has to take off and go.
So this Pony offense will set up at about the 15-yard line, backed up in their own territory, which they've broken one from here before. And I believe that's I want to say Thornbrew in the backfield.
And he's going to be met.
He's going to be met for. No, that was Jones.
Was it TJ?
I believe that was TJ. And that's going to bring up a no gain. 2nd down and 10. With a little over 10 minutes left to go in this first half. OCS is up 20-6 over the Ponies.
And I think it's still Trevor Jones out there.
Yes.
Tabor Thornbrew lined up outright. And he's going to be their lone receiver.
They might go play action here. No, they're going to toss it out to Jones. He's got some room.
Jones breaking down the left sideline.
And he shakes a tackler. He's being chased down from behind.
Number 7 for OCS.
Trevor Jones rarely gets chased down.
Oh, yeah, like we've said all night so far, that these guys are fast. They're athletes.
But Ponies with some momentum.
Yeah, big play. Almost an injection of energy into this
Yeah,
offense.
a little bit of adrenaline.
Yeah. In a game where, we got to get going here. And
yes.
And they're going to play action.
He's going to hit He's got Thornbrew. That's going to be
Defended.
Broken up by number 2, I believe.
Yeah, that's number 2 in coverage there on Tabor Thornbrew.
He was step for step with Thornbrew. That's on those plays, Thornbrew's usually by himself.
Oh, yeah.
And the only people to touch him is his teammates. But
congratulating him after a touchdown.
Yes, but like we said, OCS is a very fast team that has limited some of the things that have helped the Ponies. Errors on the rollout or TJ breaking a big one. They're going to go 2nd down.
They're going to hand it off.
Hand it off to Hicks. He's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5. Looks like 4.
Yeah.
They're going to line up. They're going to send Thornbrew as the lone receiver out to the left with Volner and Jones in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Jones.
And
He's going to skate free, and he's going to
over
pick up the first down.
Skips over a tackler, and that's a really, really important conversion there.
Kind of Le'Veon Belled it, kind of eased up to the
Kinda just
line,
waited.
found the hole, and
Yeah.
picked up the first down.
You know, TJ's a real smart runner. Really,
Yes.
really smart runner.
They're going to hand it off to Jones again, and he's going to pick up,
Seems like he's getting a lot more action this week.
yeah. This is a lot tougher opponent, so you got to pull out all the stops for this one.
Yeah.
Looks like a gain of about 4.
And maybe the limited carries for TJ last week was in preparation
Yes.
for this.
Like we said, he had about 270 yards on 7 carries.
It's incredible.
That's an unbelievable stat. They're going to send out lone receiver out to the right. That's Caden Ayers. Is checked into the game.
They're going to hand it off.
They're going to hand it off to Hicks. He's going to squeeze through a couple tacklers and then be met for about maybe a 2-yard, 1 or 2 yard loss. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
Jeremy Hicks also does take that Le'Veon Bell approach where he gets to the line and just stops and kind of just stutters around and hopes for an opening. And there he actually almost does create one as he shifts through about 2 players coming through off the edge. And it'll bring up 3rd and what they call it, 7?
3rd and 7. And I believe this is 4-down territory for the Ponies. But I think
it has to be.
they're going to call a timeout
Has to be down
and discuss it.
down
20-6
in the first half. This is really 4th down territory,
Yeah.
especially if you can get a solid run here.
Just pick up the first down.
Yeah, that's of course the important things. Think about everything else after.
So I do want to shout out our donation link in the description. Kind of got cut off the last time, but if you do like what we do and how we do it, if you'll donate, we'll shout you out over the air. Like we said, it's not required, but it is very much appreciated because we have to pay to stream these games for you guys. So that's how we pay to stream these games, and of course that's how we get equipment. So it's very much appreciated, but not required, as we have a very important 3rd down coming up. This could shift momentum maybe. Ponies started at their own 15-yard line, have taken about 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, that's what I would say. It's been a good drive so far.
They're going to set up.
2 receivers, 1 on each side.
Ayers going to roll to his right. He's going to hit Miles for a nice game, but he does not pick up the first down.
That's Justin Miles.
Justin Miles. So that's going to bring up a 4th and short, maybe 3.
Like I said, this is definitely 4th down territory.
This is 4th down territory. Because, I mean, if you don't get it, you've at least backed them up.
Oh, yeah.
Because OCS, when they've been backed up, haven't driven the field.
Yeah, so far. And, that's a good sign. And we're going to come out with Colton Ayers spread out left, and it'll be Trevor Jones in at quarterback in that wildcat formation. They're going to motion over Tabor Thornbrew, and Trevor Jones is going to take it up the middle, and he's going to break a tackle.
And he's going to fight.
It looks like he got it. The referee signaling so far that
they're waving the chains. First down.
Seems like that's there whenever they really just need a few yards. They're just lining up Trevor Jones in that wildcat formation and letting him go.
Which each of these 3 backs gives the Ponies a different style. You know, Trevor Jones is the ground and pound.
Oh, yeah.
But he can break your ankles. We have seen that.
Oh, of course. We've seen him so many times out there going down the sideline, just sidesteps a defender, and he's gone.
Ayers going to roll to his left.
Justin Miles.
He's going to
catch it for a touchdown.
He's going to hit Miles. That is a touchdown for the Ponies.
I was trying to get his name right as he was rolling out to the left because I saw him out there open.
About pulled a Robbie Jones. I'm kidding.
They didn't call it Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett, Austin Miles, or Miles Austin, whatever, what have you. So Ponies do cut the lead to 8.
We got to calm down. He's in here with us.
He is.
You're doing good.
We get the seal of approval. We love you, Robbie. Looks like timeout called by the Ponies. We have about 6:24 left in this first half. OCS does lead 20-12, but looks like the Ponies finally got some life in them.
Oh yeah, you know I've been saying this whole time. Very important drive. Getting that next score, being down 20-6,
Yes.
is imperative.
Uh,
That's huge.
looks like what the Ponies are trying to do is just chew clock
Oh yeah.
because you know
This-
OCS can't score touchdowns running the sideline.
No, they cannot.
Which, if you remember a few years ago when the Ponies played Perry, that was the game plan. The Ponies chewed about 6 or 7 minutes of clock each offensive drive.
I think that was just the way that we played back then.
Yes.
Of course, coming out in that wing tee. We're not passing the ball. We're
No,
running it straight up
but
the middle.
Perry did run the air raid,
Oh yeah.
and that
Whenever you have those quick hitting offenses, you got to take as much time away from them
Yes.
as possible.
and it looks like they're going for 2. Looks like they've scrapped the extra point idea. Air's going to roll to his right. He's got Thornbrew, and
catching
he's
it.
wide open for the touchdown. So the Conies.
You
Golly,
hungry, Matthew?
I'm tired.
Tired and hungry? It's a pretty long drive down
I'm
here.
thinking of Coneyville back at home.
Oh yeah.
Good old Coneyville. The Ponies do cut the lead to 6.
I like the decision go for 2 there.
Yes.
No.
I think they've kind of scrapped the extra point idea.
I don't know if they've scrapped it. But I do like the decision just based off, the situation score-wise. Because, like you were saying, if they get 2 and we get 1, it's a numbers game. This puts us in the driver's seat numbers game-wise because if we get a stop here and we get a touchdown the next, we can go up with an extra point.
Yeah.
As opposed to if we had taken the extra point here, it makes it 13-20.
Yes.
Smart decision. Smart decision.
Justin Miles going to kick off for the Ponies like he normally does. Let's see if they can kick it in the middle and limit that return game by OCS. That is putting them in good field position. No, they're just going to kick it sky high. And it's going to be taken. He's going to shake it. No, this is number 7 now. He's going to a better coverage by the Ponies. Cody Barnes kind of there on the initial hit. So OCS starts to drive in their own territory for about, I believe, the second time.
Second or third time.
It's about second or third time they've started in their own territory.
A lot better coverage.
Yes.
By the Ponies on that kickoff.
Yes.
Limiting those returns and like I said, they got life in them now.
Yeah. So they're going to send 2 receivers out to the bottom with a tight end on the left. Quarterback is in shotgun, high snap. He's going to hand it off to 27, who's going to break a tackle.
And he's going right
Oh
up the
my
right
gosh.
sideline. And there's flag down.
There is a flag though. So that's going to negate this touchdown, I believe. There is a flag, so this may be coming back.
And we're going to wait and see what the referees call it.
As we await the official signal.
Of course, we don't want to speculate.
No. Hold. Oh, yeah. Block in the back. Sorry.
Block in the back. And I thought I saw that. And that'll negate the touchdown run by number 27.
Oh, shoot. That was funny right there. I don't care who you are. So that's going to back them up to about a first and, I want to say, 6. First and 4. Don't see a lot of those.
No. I think it's first and 4 I've seen from the Saints. Our cameraman has a better view of the scoreboard here.
Yes. So it looks like they're going to send.
And they're going to come out in that 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left.
And they're going to just quarterback on the keeper.
Quarterback pulls it.
And he's got a lane. And he's going to cut back. And he's going to be ran out of bounds. He did fumble, but he fumbled out of bounds. Quarterback keeper gives him a first down. Chased down by Connor Smith. Volner had a shot at him, but was hooked up on a block.
Yeah. And like I said, Connor Smith out there on the sideline making a pretty great
Yeah.
play on the quarterback there.
If he was just on the numbers, that ball would have just fell right there. And I believe that was Clayton Wallace in pursuit.
Clayton Wallace, I always love seeing him run around the field.
Yes.
I don't think he was available last
No,
week, was
he was in protocol quarantine.
As was our cameraman.
So they're going to send out a receiver each side. They're just going to hand the ball off. He's going to be met by Brody Berryhill.
Brody Berryhill made a lot of plays on the defensive side of the ball last week, and here he is again this week against OCS.
And he's a little shaken up on the play. And they're going to stop the game in the little injury timeout. Brody Hill kind of shaken up.
Brody Hill?
Brody Hill? Yeah. I just shortened his name to save time. Barry Hill shaken up on the play.
Yeah, looks like he's holding his arm there, or his wrist. Maybe he took a nice hit on it.
Coach Brown telling them to get back in the game. Rub some dirt. That's an old mantra my mom used to say.
Oh, no, not her.
Well,
She
yeah,
seems like
well,
a very nice.
We played soccer, and John got a scrape on his knee, and it was bleeding pretty good. She's like, rub some dirt on it, get back in there. He was like 5.
He was like 5.
He was like 5 years old. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you know what? I've met your mom, and I've talked with her a lot. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
So they're going to come out now with the second down from the 18-yard line. They're going to send 2 receivers out to the right with a tight end on the left. Quarterback is in shotgun. He's going to take the snap, roll to his right.
With the pass, and he's going to hit it over to the left, and
It's going to be broken up by Connor Smith.
Connor Smith making a great defensive play there on the receiver, number 3, who's been pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
so far.
number 3 is their big playmaker. Connor Smith almost had an interception, so number 3 kind of had to play a little defense there.
Gotta say, I admire Connor Smith going out there playing cornerback, no gloves, just barehanded.
No, just barehanded. You don't see a whole lot of that anymore.
Man, and it's November. That ball, whenever it hits your hands, it's gonna sting.
it's about. It feels like just a solid rock.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Let's see if the Ponies can get off the field. Quarterback going to roll out. He's being chased. He's got some grass. Oh. And he's going to roll in for the touchdown. Several Ponies had a shot at him, and
Jeremy Hicks just seemed to not take the right angle. John Vaughn is just a little slow getting off his block and getting to the quarterback.
We have 4:22 left in this first half. OCS is up 26-14 over the Ponies, and they're going to come out in that swinging gate. Little scoring update around the area. Broken Bow does lead Bristow 14-6 at the half.
And OCS is going to come out for the extra point, and
It is good. So OCS is up 27-14 over the Ponies. That's just 2 touchdowns, 2 scores. And as we've seen before, the Ponies are a second half team.
Oh yeah, they take a little bit to get into rhythm, get into motion.
Make a lot of halftime adjustments.
Oh yeah, and that's why I like Coach Brown. You got the ability to make those adjustments.
Yes.
And really play like a whole different team. He energizes them at halftime.
Yeah.
And that's very important, especially whenever you're out here in the playoffs. It's a big game. You're playing against a good team.
Yep.
You got to be on top of everything.
So we have this return unit out for the Ponies. Looks like they're going to stick with Hicks in the middle.
Yeah.
With just Jones and Thornbrew back, and I guarantee they're not kicking it deep.
Oh, yeah, they don't seem keen on giving either of those 2 guys the ball in the open
No,
field.
because
And why would you?
both of them have return touchdowns this season. I don't know I don't think Hicks has returned a whole lot of them.
No, most kicks are going to go out to the left and the right, and that seems where they seem to line up, TJ and Thornbrew.
Yep. So, OCS ready to kick off.
Kicker takes a short run up. Of course, those are things that I notice.
Yep.
Sorry, everybody.
That's why it's good to have a special teams guy in the booth. No, they're going to kick it a little bit higher, and it's just going to go out of bounds.
Smart by Cody Barnes.
That's smart by Cody Barnes, as you said. So they're going to get the ball at the 40 now. This offense, who's kind of come to life last drive with a nice
the big run by Trevor Jones, and then a fourth down conversion, of course.
Yes.
They've got life in them, and in this kind of game, down 27-14 in the first half, every drive counts, and the mentality for the Ponies offense should be the next score is always the most important one. And they're going to line up with Taver Thornbrew lined out to the right, with Volner at fullback
and Jones.
And Jones at running back.
Ayers going to take the ball. He's going to hand it off to Jones, who's met in the backfield, but he's going to surge forward for about maybe a 2-yard gain. 2, maybe 3. Looks like 2.
That seems to be the Ponies' favorite formation in this game. Just lined up with the fullback and the one receiver and the running back.
Power running game.
Oh, yeah. Of course, as I said, that's just the Ponies' identity these days.
Yes.
Has been for quite a few years now. Going back to about 2017?
Yeah. They're going to send 3 out to the left or to the right, but they're going to motion Hicks. Ayers going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw, and he
just underthrew it.
Well short of Thornbrew. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Ponies. Big third down here.
Yeah. Of course, that pass just a little too high for Justin Miles and a little too low for Taver Thornbrew.
Yes. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 with 3:38 left in the first half. OCS does lead the Ponies 27-14.
And they're going to motion. Well, not going to motion. They're going to move Trevor Jones out to the right in
Yes.
the receiving position. Justin Miles in the slot. And
they're going to motion Thornbrew out to trips.
And he's just going to toss it up to Trevor Jones.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good coverage by OCS.
Yeah. It seems like the Ponies are just trying to create those one-on-one matchups with Trevor Jones and Taver Thornbrew. And, just haven't gotten it to go yet.
No.
But I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this game they did get one.
They're gonna wear you down, and then right when they put you to sleep, they're gonna nail a bomb on you. But for now, we got the Ponies punt unit out there with Jeremy Hicks.
Yeah, we got a team full of farm kids. We just run around in fields all day.
High snap.
And good punt.
Good punt, but it is returnable.
And it will be returned by number 3 here in the open field. He's going to break down to the left.
And he's going to cut it back.
Past midfield.
OCS player came back for the block on Cody Barnes.
Oh, yeah.
And a few Ponies made the initial stop.
And Cody Barnes, the soldier that he is, just gets up and goes back to the sideline.
Just ate that block and got up.
Took it like a champ.
So we get to see this defense back out here, who's kind of been back and forth. They've gotten some stops, and then they give up the bigger plays. But they're going to send 2 receivers out to the right.
And 1 running back, and they're
going to hand it off to 27, who's going to bounce it out. He's going to be wrapped up by Berryhill and Volner for about a 3-yard gain.
Interesting from OCS to move to that read option kind of scheme. He has the delayed handoff like he's going to pull it, and of course he did pull it for that.
He pulled it for that nice large gain last drive.
Yeah.
As we tick down under 3 minutes in this first half, OCS does lead 27-14. Kellyville does get the ball back second half, as they always do, and they usually come out after halftime swinging.
Yeah.
They're going to send 3 receivers out to the right. Quarterback is in shotgun. He's going to take the snap.
It's
going to be a screen. Little tight end screen, and
And he's
He's
going to
shake some tacklers, and he's going to roll in for OCS. Shook Volner and Wallace there.
Yeah.
Once again, that screen.
That screen finally hits. Whenever they don't have it go over the middle, they have it go out to the
Yeah,
left side.
that was a tight end screen right there, I
Yeah,
believe.
You don't see that often.
No, you don't see a whole lot of tight end screens except at the pro level.
Oh, yeah. You see, and even then, you only see it with
Yeah.
guys like, your Travis Kelce's,
Your George Kittles.
Yeah.
And OCS going to line up.
OCS lined up in a whole bunch of different formations and done a whole lot of things out of them so far in this game. And
they're going to line up for this extra point.
Yep.
Low snap.
Kick is up.
And it is good. OCS is up 34-14 over the Kellyville Ponies with 2:17 left in the first half.
Of course, Kellyville does receive.
They do get the ball back second half, and that's usually when they wake up, they go down and score on offense, they get their stops on defense, so that's what we're holding out for right now.
I would really expect Kellyville to really try to get something in this 2
Yes,
these 2
gotta
minutes. Gotta run that 2-minute offense.
And now a message from the concession stand. Yes, it does, with an auspicious, unambiguous, and fortuitous solicitous from your prestigious concession locus.
I'm sorry? English, please?
The advantageous, courageous, tenacious, and
I don't even know what he just said.
calculus. This obvious message is the perfect stimulus for focus and righteous momentous to the glorious source.
So we see the Ponies. We get the Ponies return team as the announcer's kind of saying some stuff I don't recognize.
Just very fast English. I had to take my headset off and listen to make sure it wasn't Spanish.
Yeah, if we could get a translation of that, please, from someone, as OCS lines up to kick off. We got that Pony return team with, I believe that's Clayton Wallace back now, and it's just a short kick over the middle.
It's dived on by
dangerous recovery.
Oh, yeah. Like you were saying, as one of the front guys, you usually just want to let it pass.
Yeah, let it go. Don't ever try to hop on it if you're a front guy, because bad things happen.
See, I never knew that thing from the front guys. I was always on the other side.
Yeah.
I was always trying to hit it at the front guys.
Yeah. This is from the mind of a kicker, so he knows what he's talking about. Don't you usually just pick someone out and just beeline it right to him?
Fat guy.
Yeah. Aw.
I'm kidding, it's usually you.
Shut up. So this offense back out here, they send 3 receivers out to the right.
And it looks like a stack over there to the right.
They're going to motion Jones.
And they're going to hit him over the middle, and he is met by number 6 for a gain of about 4.
It looks like 4.
Yeah, it seems like he was always going to get the ball there whenever they motioned him out
Yeah.
from that stack.
He motions over, and it's usually a crossing route, and he's so dangerous on those crossing routes because he catches it and he turns it upfield.
Just ran that shallow drag, but number 6 there. I think that was his intention, getting out to the sideline and just turning upfield, but number 6, of course, wrapping him up out by the sideline and pushing him out of bounds.
Like we said, this OCS team is so fast.
Yeah.
They can close in on our guys.
You know, that short kick for Kellyville is actually pretty advantageous. It gives them a lot less field to drive on in this 2 minutes.
They're going to hand it off to Jones, who's going to cut back.
And he's going to get out to the left side.
And he's going to roll.
And
he's being chased, but they're not going to catch him.
He is in.
He's in for the touchdown. So Trevor Jones comes through for the Ponies and cuts the lead to 14, I believe. And that's our second easy touchdown by Easy Storage from the high school back in Kellyville, Oklahoma.
I'd be interested to see what Kellyville comes out with for this. Down 14, they can go either way here.
They're down 10, buddy.
Down 14. They're down 14.
Sorry, yeah.
You can't do math, man.
I said 14 at first, and then you said something else.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. God, they're gonna butcher me in the comments. God.
They should be.
I'm waiting for Nick Carter to pop up.
Dal Archer, where's he at?
Dal Archer actually had surgery. So if he's watching, he'd know where he is.
No wonder he took so long in our AP Bio exam.
I don't want to hear it. I just realized what you were talking about.
And it looks like it'll be an extra point attempt by Justin Miles. Of course, Matthew's already got the comment section pulled up, just waiting.
Yep,
for the
I'm waiting for Nick Carter to pop up.
Man, Miss Rose will be disappointed in you.
We're down. Yeah.
This here is Colton Ayers, looks to be the holder here.
Yes.
And Justin Miles ready for the kick. Kick is up.
And I believe it's good. We want to shout out Michael Louder for donating to us through our donation link. Thank you, Michael.
That's my pawpaw.
That's your pawpaw?
It sure is. So
Look at that.
you.
Thank you from Hector's pawpaw.
I'm not scared to say it.
Hey, I had a pawpaw. I get it.
What do you mean you get it?
I get calling them pawpaw.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You'll hear it from me at halftime. And Kellyville will look to kick off here.
Apparently, I want to give a shout out to my grandma, my Mimi, Miss Becky Dent, who donated earlier today. Didn't know she did that. Thank you for my grandparents who are watching in Kellyville, Oklahoma, who've supported Kellyville football for better part of about 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've been fans for a while.
Your Mimi, huh?
Yep, my Mimi and my Gamps.
I get it.
Oh, yeah. As
Justin
Miles,
kicks it
he
deep.
sends this one deep, so
about
it's
10.
returnable. Oh, and he's tripped up. Caden Ayers got in there. Caden Ayers has been a monster on special teams. He's made a lot of plays, a lot of smart heads-up plays.
That guy is about 5'5" of pure unadulterated aggression.
Yes.
Like a mini torpedo just going
Yes.
down. He may be able to just hide in between the bigger
Yeah,
guys and just make
they
the
can't
plays.
see him because
The perennial-
we love Caden. We're not.
Oh yeah,
We love Caden.
We
He's
love-
awesome.
we love Caden. He's a good kid.
OCS going to send up two receivers out to the top, and they're going to just hand it off.
Number 27
27,
gets out to the right, and,
And
he
he's-
is stopped.
shoestring tackle before he picks up a first down. Want to give a shout out to Kathy Deverick and Miss Hudson, who donated to
Yeah.
KV Rising. Thank you, Miss Hudson, for watching.
We all love Miss Hudson.
We love Miss Hudson. She's awesome. But you don't want to end up in ADC because she'll work your butt.
I never got ADC, but I did get detention a handful of times.
Oh my gosh.
She always made it very pleasant.
Yes. So OCS ends up in that tight formation. They're going to play action.
Looks back to pass to number 3, who catches
Oh,
it.
right in the breadbasket is Miles trying to bring him down.
And does eventually.
That was a nice pass to number 3, just right there in the breadbasket.
Yeah, seemed to just be the play action, just rely on that speed.
Yes. So OCS already right back in scoring position with 1:15 left in the first half. They lead 34-21 over the Ponies.
Man, we get so caught up talking about Miss Hudson.
Yeah, I didn't realize what was going on. OCS going to send out two receivers out to the left with a tight end on the left. Quarterback is in shotgun. He's going to high snap,
That number 27.
and he's going to be stopped. No, he's going to bull his way into the end zone. Touchdown OCS.
Yeah, that number 27 has been a big
He's
part of their offense.
He's a truck.
Yeah.
This isn't how I thought this was going to go at all. I thought OCS, which they have, I mean, we just saw right there a big strike, but for the most part, they've been running the ball.
Yeah. And that number 27 has been very productive.
Yes.
And they're going to motion over in the swinging gate. But it looks like they're going to go.
Yeah,
for
they
it.
got a fake, and he's going to walk into the end zone. I don't think they saw him.
No.
So that's a 2-point.
And makes it 42-21. OCS. With 45 seconds left, Ponies get the ball here. And depending on where they get the ball, if it be a short kick or a deep kick, they may try to go for it or they may just kneel it out. As Matthew has gotten affirmation that he is indeed good at math from Mrs. Hyatt.
Thank you, Miss Hyatt. So,
All right, I know Matthew's a smart guy.
I don't feel like it sometimes.
Just sometimes. Only sometimes.
So-
He's kind of smart.
Oh. Yeah. These are my friends, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
As OCS does lead 42-21 over the Ponies with 45 seconds left in this first half. I don't think the Ponies have any timeouts left. So
yeah, I don't think they do. I think they used them all pretty early, which is uncharacteristic.
So they may just take it, see what they get off this return. And
that's what I was just saying. I was saying if they go short, that gives the Ponies an opportunity to maybe take a shot. But if they go deep, then that may change things a little bit. As OCS will look to kick it, and
they're gonna short kick it. Takes a bounce, and that's Hicks. Dances around in his Le'Veon Bell style, and
given the circumstances, it's not a bad return.
No, brings it up to about the 45 with 41 seconds left. I don't know if they're just going to knee it here or they're going to maybe just take a shot.
I mean, they're in the range here for a for one of those play action deep shots that we've just seen from OCS.
Yeah.
And they're going to come out in a they're not in a kneeling formation here.
No, and
they may run Taver across that drag, which they did with Trevor Jones last drive.
He may go on the post route.
And
no, they're going to lay it out to looking for Hicks, and he just drops it. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 with 37 seconds remaining.
It's 2nd and 10.
And there's a timeout, I believe, by OCS. So that's going to prolong this first half. OCS does lead 42-21, but the Ponies do get the ball back at the second half.
Sorry about that, folks.
So Ponies are down, but they've been down before, and like we said, that's usually their identity. They keep it close the first half, then they come out second half swinging. So that's what I expect to happen here. So I think everyone in the chat agrees that we're not sweating at all.
Nor should we be.
No. Anything can happen. I mean,
Playoff football, man.
This is the playoffs in Oklahoma, so anything can happen.
Hey, one of our Hall of Fame sponsors, CNC Construction's watching from Niagara Falls.
Want to shout out Cliff Barnes, who's watching from Niagara Falls, one of our Hall of Fame sponsors. Thank you for listening and being involved in the chat as the Ponies go doubles. 2 receivers out each side. Ayers gets the snap.
Goes deep to Taver Thornbrew.
And he's hitting the middle of the field. In the middle of the field, but they don't have any timeouts, so they're probably going to come up and spike it.
Yeah, it looks like they're rushing to the line here.
No, they're trying to get a play in.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah. The clock does stop for the first down. So they're going to stick with that formation. Ayers going to look to throw. He's being pressured. He's going to be sacked.
He had Jeremy Hicks.
He had Hicks
on the out route there. That's
what he was looking for.
Of course, hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah. We can sit up here in the booth and look at it all day, but when you're down there and they're going to look to spike it, yeah, that's what they're going to do.
How much time do they have left?
They have 6 seconds.
6 seconds. And
So,
of course, you're going to expect a shot here. I wouldn't be surprised to see OCS come out in a deep, prevent, soft zone.
The only problem I see here is they're kind of towards the right hash, and Ayers is right-handed.
Yeah,
so
gives him a shorter room to run.
He's going to have to,
if he's rolling.
If he rolls to his right, he's not going to have a whole lot of room.
I mean, on these 2 passes that he's attempted so far, well, on the first one at least, he dropped back and just stayed in the pocket and let it go.
But OCS is coming with that pass rush, and I think we're going to get a timeout by OCS to talk about it. Or this might be, they do have a hook and ladder in their back pocket.
Oh yeah, do they?
We've seen that ran once or twice, I believe.
Yeah, but like I said, I wouldn't. If OCS lined up in that pass rush, I'd be very surprised. I would fully expect them to drop deep into coverage because Bears
Yes.
can get it down the field.
Yeah,
And-
he has the arm strength, and we have athletes that can get down there quick.
Yeah. Of course, you're probably going to be looking at two guys. You're probably going to be looking at Trevor Jones and Taylor Thornbrew.
This may be Jeremy Hicks or Connor Thomas time.
Oh man, Connor Thomas just being
Yeah, Connor Thomas, all 8'2" of them.
that tall, lanky
Yes.
receiver that every quarterback really wants.
So Kellyville takes over at about the 45-yard line. And they're going to send 3 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right.
Justin Miles lined up to the right. You have Connor Thomas in the slot on the left. Trevor Jones out also in the slot. And I can't tell who that is lined up to the left, but I believe it's Taylor Thornbrew.
And there's the pass rush. And it's just thrown short with 2 seconds left. Yeah.
4th down. They got a chance to get one last play in.
Not sure what they're gonna do here because, like we said,
See the fullback coming in.
yeah, big number
And
22
Andy Jones.
and Andy Jones.
They could be just looking up to protect.
Yeah, they're probably going max because OCS is coming with that pass rush, but they still got enough guys to cover the routes.
Mm-hmm. And their guys are fast enough.
Yeah,
which
and
is
they're
the big thing.
Yes, this is probably one of the faster teams Kellyville's seen. Yeah, they're going max protect. And Ayers is going to drop back. He's going to look to throw.
He's gonna hit Andy.
He's got Andy Jones,
who's making a man miss.
but the clock is going to run out. So that's going to bring the first half to a close. OCS is up 42-21 over the Ponies, but the Ponies get the second half kick. And that's usually when they shine is the second half. So coaches are going to go in, make adjustments. We have some really smart coaches here at Kellyville. So don't tune out yet because this game is just getting started.
The game is within reach here. And we will see you guys.
We're going to take a break for halftime, and we're going to see you guys in the second half.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to about the 3-minute stretch mark here at halftime, and just coming back on here real quick before we start the second half and turn it back over to Matt and Hector. I'd like to thank all our sponsors, especially our Hall of Fame sponsors, Patriot Air, CT Decorative Concrete and Construction, and our newest Hall of Fame sponsor, C&C Construction. We thank those three. They're with us from the word get-go. Thanks for making this happen along with all our gold sponsors. I'd like to thank Easy Mini Storage right across the street from the high school. I'd like to thank them for their touchdown sponsorship this evening. Make sure that you get in contact with them for any of your storage needs around the Kellyville area. And I'd like to remind all fans also, we do have a donation button if you'd like what we're doing, like what you hear, like what you see. This takes money to run. We have to pay a fee in order to bring playoff games to you. It's the same in all sports, including basketball, baseball, and softball even. So all those donations go to help that, and we certainly appreciate it. We will be full force in basketball season. I say we're going to bring you 98% of the basketball games. There are some gymnasiums that it is impossible for us to set up. So we are not able to go to all the places, but the biggest majority of basketball games will be brought to you by KV Rising. So make sure you tune in for that. With the COVID restrictions, I know some gymnasiums will be putting a premium on the number of people that they allow into the gym, but we will be allowed in most gyms. And you'll be able to catch all the ponies in action. Both teams ought to be super solid this year, boys and girls. We look for a long playoff run for both teams. But we are about a minute and a half from the start of the second half. And I'm going to give it back to Matt and Javier and let them take over for you to call the second half. And ponies got some work to do, but we know that we're a better second half team we've been all year. So I'm going to turn it back to Matt and Hector.
Thanks for welcoming us back, Robbie, as we look to get the second half underway. OCS is up 42-21 over the Ponies, but like we've said multiple times, the Ponies are a second half team.
Yeah, and they do receive.
They do receive. I think we all remember the Kiefer game, down by a lot, and then we just exploded on offense.
Yeah, what was that score, 62-41?
62-41 ended up being the final score. And we have CT Decorative Concrete in the chat, one of our Hall of Fame sponsors. Thank you for watching. As we look to get the second half underway, Kellyville does receive. They won the toss and deferred like they always do, and it's worked out for the most part. So we're going to get Jones and Thornbrew back to receive. Once again, Hicks is in the middle, making sure any short kicks get covered properly.
Yeah.
Because like we said, which I mean, when you're a front guy and you see that ball, you just get the ball, and normally it'll bounce or go through your legs, and that's when disaster can strike.
It almost happened at the towards the end of the first half.
Yes.
With a short kick out to number 55.
Yes, but luckily they were able to corral it. As OCS lines up to kick this, they still got 6 out to the left.
Yeah.
So
I think you said earlier in the game they might just be keeping an onside kick in their back pocket.
Yeah, keep it in their back pocket.
And they do line up to the right hash, looking to obviously get the distance on a possible
and
onside kick.
another short kick, and it bounces. And I believe they got on it. I think they got it. A little bit of a pile up there. I think Hicks and Barnes were in the area.
Yeah. For me, it's always interesting seeing how high school teams approach the kickoff because, some hit it deep, some hit it really
Yes.
short.
And I think as a whole, special teams for the longest time was a kind of, but
Just throw 11 guys
Yeah.
out there and hope.
but special teams, you can steal a possession.
Oh, yeah.
As the ponies get lined up, they're going to bring in Jones. He's going to
Jones
stutter
cuts
step.
out and cuts in and out, and he gets out to the left, carries a man with him for a first
Carries
down.
3 dudes with him, does not go down till he
Wow.
picks up, I believe, the first down.
That's what you get whenever you have 75% of your body weight in your lower
Yes.
half.
But like we said earlier, these 3 backs give the ponies range. You got Trevor Jones, the ground and pound, but he can break your ankles. Thornbrew's the speedster, and Hicks does a little bit of everything. As they stick with that formation, but Hicks is in the backfield, as I believe Ayers is
Calling an audible at the
calling the
line.
audible, and they're going to hand it off to Hicks, who runs full steam ahead.
You don't see a lot of that from Hicks. Just
No.
going at the line of
No,
scrimmage.
he hit that downhill and picked up about 8.
I'd love to see more of that. from
Yes.
Jeremy.
But like we said, Jeremy's kind of the gadget guy.
Yeah.
He does a little bit. He can outrun you. He can run you over. He can shift. And they're going to stick with that formation. Just run it right down. As Trevor Jones gets the ball, he breaks
Trevor Jones
free.
breaks up the middle.
I don't
and
think anyone will catch him. He's being chased though, and he's going to roll in for the ponies.
I don't see any flags.
No, checking for flags. So that's a clean touchdown by the ponies.
And that's what you want. You want to come out swinging.
Yes.
You want to come out fast, come out hard.
That's what we said was going to happen. They were going to come out the second half and start swinging, and that's what they did. As I believe they're kicking an extra point. In about a minute, they took a minute off the clock.
That's important.
Yes.
Quick.
Justin Miles, and it is good. So the ponies cut the lead to 42-28. And so now we'll get to see this kickoff unit for the ponies that's had a little bit of trouble containing this OCS return game.
Yeah. But I want to see this. I want to see how this unit works in the second half.
Yes.
Obviously, with Coach Brown drilling into him a little bit.
Yes. They're probably going to – I don't see him kicking it deep.
You think it'll be a short kick like
I think-
OCS is doing?
Yes, because if you'll notice, OCS has started in pony territory virtually the whole first half. There was a couple times they were able to pin them back.
Yeah, and only a few times. I think you just want to keep it away from those 2 dangerous guys in the back.
Yes.
OCS leaving that gap in right about the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
From the 50 to the 30.
And
Justin Miles looking to kick off. As the ponies come out balanced on both sides. And the kick will be short.
Yep.
Out
Oh,
front.
and it's going to roll out. So
Yeah, free kick out of bounds.
But OCS will start in their own territory. They get the ball on the 40, I believe, or is it on the other 40?
And it'll be on the 35.
35?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's their own 40.
They're on 40?
That's what they just said. Yeah, that's...
And there they go, starting on the 35.
Oh, announcers? No, they're moving it up to the 40.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
It's no
So,
problem.
do
Said it's no problem. They
No.
start at the 40, 5-yard difference.
So let's see if this pony defense, see what kind of halftime adjustments they made. Probably going to be watching that screen.
Oh, yeah. I feel like they're going to be coming out in a...
Oh, they got a false start. I believe that was a false start.
And as I guess we stand corrected, they are starting at the 35 after all.
You guys were right after all. My apologies.
Ball don't lie.
No. So OCS is now backed up 5 yards on a 1st and 15, but they come out with the same formation, 2 receivers down to the bottom. Quarterback is in shotgun. He's just going to hand it off.
And
And
27 gets a lane. Stutter steps out past Tabor.
he's going
Thornbrew,
to
and
be
he's pushed
tracked
out of
down by
bounds.
Thornbrew. Looks like they had the edge. Covered, and then he just kind of outran their pursuit. So that's going to give him a first down after being backed up 5.
At the pony 47-yard line, that's a big blue.
OCS moves the sticks with 10:52 left in the third quarter. OCS is going to come out with 2 receivers out each side, kind of a tight formation.
Yeah, that's a very. And
They're going to send a man in motion, and we
hand
got
it
a
off.
flag.
Hit Brody Berryhill in the back.
Flag down, false start
False start
against the Saints.
against the Saints.
2 early false start penalties for the Saints.
Very uncharacteristic of
Yeah.
what we saw. First half was very clean by the Saints. I don't think they
They did have a holding call
had a hold
and a
and
block in the back.
and
I
a
think.
delay of game.
Yeah, they
But for the most part,
only a handful.
a really clean game by OCS first half, and now they come out with 2 false starts.
Yeah,
So let's see if the ponies can take advantage of them being backed up.
the ponies, of course, they almost always start out the second half swinging, and they have done again here.
Yes,
So we're going to be looking to see if they can take advantage of a relatively slow start for the Saints.
they're going to stick with that formation, and they're just going to hand it off. No, they're going to hand it off, and he's going to be stuck. No, he's still running.
Favor Thornbrew. stops him for a
Thornbrew
gain of
tracks him
about
down.
4.
I was kind of caught
The
up in.
option faked you out,
I was
man.
caught up in the garbage up in the middle, which just shows how great a fake it was.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7, I believe, 2nd and 6 for the Saints. So they come up to the line. They're going to send three backs out to the right, and they're just going to
Hand it off,
hand it
that
off
number
to 27. They got a flag.
You know, it seems like they're just running him to the strong side of the field every
Yeah.
time,
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
which is really odd to me because they're almost running him to the weak side of the formation. But
But it's the wide side of the wall. You have more room on the
Yeah.
wide side.
yeah, but less
And-
blocking with the weak side of the formation.
They're going to get a hold on the Saints.
That very sloppy start.
Yeah, like we said, pretty much a clean game for them the first half, and then they got 2 false starts and a hold. Very,
First drive for them.
very uncharacteristic of OCS from what we've seen. So it's going to bring up about I want to say a 2nd and 20.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm just
whenever it comes to these
I'm just
longs.
flipping a coin here, spitballing. 22. I was in the ballpark.
Yeah, just about.
They're going to send 3 receivers down to the bottom.
Of course, we know math isn't your strong suit.
No, it's not. In the shotgun, he's going to look to throw.
And
It's being flushed out. He's going to hit his man, juggled.
the knee was down.
Knee was down, I believe.
Yeah, and he's going to be short of, obviously short of a first down, but he's going to be short of even getting back to the original line of scrimmage.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 12 for OCS.
Yeah.
Let's see if the ponies can get off the field here on 3rd down.
I thought the pass rush was going to get there, to be quite honest with you, Matt.
We had some guys in the back, and quarterback number 16
Just makes a play to get the ball to number 87.
using his feet, dancing around in the pocket, trying to buy time. And they're going to send out 2 receivers out to the right.
One to the left with the one running back. I think that's probably number 27, isn't it?
And he's going to drop back to pass. He's going to let it fly,
Got number 3 on the side.
and he's going to convert. They're going to
grabs it, gets his 2 feet down.
convert this 3rd down. And looks like we have a timeout for banged up player over there on the pony sideline.
So I think they call it an official's timeout.
Yes. But I think
They're just getting-
ponies got into a 3rd long, and they let him go and convert.
Yeah, of course the ponies in the first half had a bit of a struggle with the big plays, and of course that comes back to bite us again. And the Saints will line up tight again.
Send a man in motion, little tap pass.
He's getting number 7 out to the outside there.
And he's going to stay on his feet, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds by Thornbrew and Connor Smith.
They seem to just be content with getting it to the wide side of the field.
Yes.
And just taking those running lanes.
as they do pick up the first down with 8:14 left in the third quarter.
Or about the 11, is that what you call it?
Yeah. If Ponies can just keep them out of the end zone, you can bend but don't break.
Yeah.
And they're going to
Line up in an eye?
a little bit of a
No, not an eye.
not an eye, but they got a two-back set. They're going to fake it, hand it off to 27. He's got some space, and he's just going to walk in. Nobody there for the Ponies.
They sound their train horn.
As they sound the horn.
Yep.
So Saints do go up. 48-28. Pending this after touchdown try. Looks like they're just going to shift and kick the extra point.
Yeah. As they answer back
Yes.
Kellyville's early, fast start. And the kick is up.
And I believe it's good. 49-28. Ponies looks like they made some adjustments on offense, but defense still kind of has to figure out. Like you said, they overload the short side of the field, then just run it back the other way to the wide side, which, I mean, makes sense because, you know, you get most of your guys on the wrong side just by alignment.
Yeah, and you even notice on the play that they just scored on, they almost run a fake and run it again to the weak side for number 27 to walk in.
So we get this return unit as we have a donation by Miss Chris Pruitt. Thank you for watching and thank you for donating. We appreciate it very much. And I think it's just going to be another short kick to the middle, and hopefully Hicks can recover, as he's pretty much shut that down at moving him to the middle. Yeah, it's just another.
He lets it bounce back.
Taken by Thornbrew,
who tries to bounce it out to the left side.
Takes it.
It's a little past the 40.
Yeah, takes it out to the 40. So, not who they wanted to kick it to, but it was covered very well. Where this Pony offense has kind of woken up a little bit, see if they can
a real fast touchdown.
Keep that momentum. And they're going to hand it off to Jones, who stutters.
Yeah, cuts it back to the other side.
Picks up maybe 2.
Jones tries the middle. Gains about a yard.
So, you know, Trevor Jones seems to be handling the brunt of most of the carries here.
Yes. He's definitely the workhorse for this offense.
Yeah, has been all season, really.
Yes. As they get the play in from Coach Brown. Brings up a 2nd and 8.
Have Caden Ayers lined up as the lone receiver to the right with the fullback Volner, and they're going to toss it out to the right. That's
Hicks. He's got some room. He's going to come around right side, pick up about, I want to say 4 or 5.
Yeah, running at me. I couldn't tell if that was number 9 or number 3.
That's what I was kind of. I was like, that doesn't look like Cody Barnes, but it looks like number 9.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 for the Ponies with 7:18 left in the third quarter. OCS is up.
Out to the left.
Yeah.
Connor Thomas in the slot. Taylor Thornbrew lined out wide.
This is one of their favorite formations. They might hit a play action here. No, they're going to hand it off to Jones. He's going to skirt around. He's going to break some tackles.
He does get out for the first down, just past the 45, it looks like.
And he is going to pick up the first down.
Looks like he almost had a lane out there, if not for number 3.
Yeah, number 3 is a very good athlete on both sides, on all 3 phases, actually. I was going to say on both sides of the ball, but he's returned kicks. He's a nice coverage, and he's caught some balls. He's going to take a shot to Thornbrew,
Oh, man.
And they're going to throw the flag.
We're going to wait and see what the flag was for.
We're going to wait. Thornbrew looks a little bit shaken up.
Incomplete, intended for Thornbrew. Marks with the nice coverage. There was a flag on the play. Pass interference against OCS.
Pass interference against OCS, so they do get the flag, but it looks like Thornbrew kind of down.
The OCS fans not approving.
No. Looks like it might be a cramp there. It looks like they're trying to stretch his leg.
Yeah, on the pass, Tabor seemed to jump in a really.
Yeah.
He seemed to try to bend his body around to try to get into position for the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe coming down, landed on it a little bit wrong.
Yeah, it looks like a little calf cramp, which is one of the worst cramps you can have.
Oh yeah. See, I was in a position of luxury. I never had cramps.
That must have been nice.
Oh, it was. Trust me.
Because a lot of times, a lot of people I've talked to, at least once in their life, they get a cramp in their calf and a cramp in their hip, and anything you do to stretch the calf hurts the hip. Everything you do to stretch the hip hurts the calf.
You ever get a cramp, Matthew?
I've had a cramp in my hip and my calf, and they just had to leave me because they couldn't do anything because anything they did hurt.
Actually, no. Now that I think about it, I've gotten it in my hamstring.
Yeah, hamstring is bad.
Folks, put your hands together
Not
for
fun.
Tabor Thornbrew. Played a great game tonight. Glad to see him walking off.
Tabor Thornbrew walking off on his own power, which is always what you want to see from a player. You know, you never want to see injuries, but it's always good to see them walk off on their own power.
Yes. As the Ponies do set up with the first.
About the 30, oh, I guess that would be the 29.
And they're going to go with Caden Ayers, and I believe that's Justin Miles at the top with Hicks in the backfield along with Volner. Ayers is under center.
They've stuck with this formation a lot this game, and it's worked pretty well.
Hicks is going to be bottled up for maybe a yard.
And Trevor Jones looks like he's going to check game.
Clock winds down to 6:40 left in the third quarter. OCS is up 49-28 over the Kellyville Ponies. So going to bring up a 2nd and 10. They're going to send two receivers out to the left with Volner and Jones in the backfield. Ayers going to drop back. Oh!
And the pass is
That was a dangerous throw.
Yeah, very scary. But we seem to have one player down. That's number 55.
Cam Robertson. Looks like he's holding his calf.
You always hate to see injuries.
Yeah, but especially a lot of these guys play both ways, so there's
Yeah, that's
and you know
fatigue.
when you sweat a lot and you have no water in your system, that's when the cramps happen.
Thanks for letting me know that. I never exerted myself like that.
Yeah, you never played both ways.
No, but I did play other sports.
Yeah, you did. Looks like he is getting up, walking off under his own power. It looks like he's kind of favoring. So yeah, looks like a cramp.
Yeah. You know, these guys have been playing as hard as they can,
Yes.
so it's to be expected.
It'll be 3rd and 10 for Kellyville when we resume play.
It'll be a big 3rd down and 10 for the Ponies.
Let's see what the Ponies can do. They're down a lineman, so they have to sub Cam Robertson, and I believe Thornbrew's still not out there. I don't
No.
think. They're going to send three receivers down to the bottom with Justin Miles up top. Ayers is in the shotgun.
He's looking to pass.
He's going to try to hit Miles. Oh! Looks like he had it, and it's knocked away.
So these OCS players are fast enough.
They are
to where
fast. I believe if that was any other team that we've previously played, that would have been a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. Colton Ayers just trying to lay it out there for his guys.
And I think that they're going to go for it. They're in OCS territory.
In OCS territory. It's a little too short to punt. You know, you really got to go for it.
Yeah. Send 2 receivers out to the top. Ayers is going to take the snap. He's being flushed.
And he may run. He may run for it. And he does.
And
we'll see where they'll call it.
I believe he's short.
Ayers scrambles up to the 20.
He's going to be about a yard short.
And they're going to call it. They're going to call it short of the first down, and OCS will take over on downs.
Good effort by Ayers.
Yeah, very good effort. He seemed like he was trying to get the pass off, and it was just too late by the time he had
that
Trevor Jones open.
The OCS pass rush just too much.
Said they're fast enough, they're smart enough to where they can bite on things and still make plays.
Yeah, like we said, they can bite on the dive and then still chase down the quarterback, and that's very rare.
Yes, they can still play the option, which is very scary.
As this Pony defense, who has OCS backed up to about the 20 or on the 20, with under 6 minutes to go in this third quarter, they're going to come down in a tight formation, hand it off.
Number 9.
Number 9, he's going to be wrapped up for about, I want to say, a 2 or 3 yard gain.
It looks like 3.
Looks like about 3.
Tackled by a couple of ponies there. The gain of 3, it's 2nd and 7.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for this Pony defense.
And they're going to stay in this formation where they've had almost like an offset bunch with a stack in there.
But they're going to send a man over. No, he's going to go back. It's going to be a handoff, and he's going to be wrapped up. Ball came out.
There also looks to be a flag down.
That was number 50, John Vaughn, in. And I believe the Ponies did recover. Landon Vollner on the recovery.
We got to look at the.
There is a flag, though.
Yeah.
John Vaughn.
Penalty is declined.
Penalty is declined. I believe John Vaughn got that tackle.
Oh, yeah.
John Vaughn got in. And then knocked the ball out, and Vollner was there to recover. So Ponies do catch a break after failing the 4th down conversion. And they're going to come out, send 2 receivers up top, tight end down on bottom with Vollner and Hicks in the backfield.
Almost come out in a strong formation there.
Ayers is in the shotgun. He's going to look to pass.
He's going to step up in the pocket.
Step up. He's going to hit Jones. Jones shakes a tackler.
Inside
He's
the
down,
10.
Down to the 5.
And that'll bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 5. Andy Jones, they don't throw to the tight ends a lot, but when they do, it's very effective.
No. And obviously Andy Jones getting the ball. I would really like to see that.
Yes.
I know Andy, and I know he works his tail off. So seeing him get a little bit of light there.
They're going to hand it off to Jones, and he's going to go in for the Ponies. And that's another easy touchdown brought to you by Easy Mini Storage out in Kellyville, Oklahoma, across from the high school. You can find them at www.easyminikv.com. And that comes with 4:50 left in the third quarter. Ponies do have life as they're on to kick this extra point.
It'll be Justin Miles. And the kick is up.
And it is good.
Make it OCS 49, Kellyville 35.
So the Ponies do move to behind by 2 touchdowns, so it's very
much in reach.
Very, very doable. Defense just has to get a couple stops.
Stops, and this game is on its head. You know, They obviously make a huge play, forcing the fumble, and
Yes.
more importantly, getting on it. That's always what
Yes.
you want.
Because that ball rolled forward.
And it'll be Colton Ayers to take the kickoff instead of the usual Justin Miles. Though Justin
So-
Miles is lined up in the group.
So
I'd be intrigued to
this
see what they come out with.
This is going to be an onside, I think.
Think
you-
so? He seems to be their onside guy.
You got to find a way to steal a possession, and
This seems to be where they're trying it.
it seems like anytime OCS returns the ball, they get it to about midfield anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not really losing a whole lot of field
You
position.
give it a shot. Yeah.
Yes.
So-
It's just crazy enough it might work.
Though I did find it intriguing that they lined up with Justin Miles also out there. So they
He's-
could try something completely new.
They could try the double kicker.
Yeah. That's what I was alluding to there.
Yes.
And though it does look like there will be the solo kicker who's going to take the onside, Colton Ayers.
And looks like OCS does recover.
Yeah.
Looks like it
frustrated there.
looks like it was gonna. It kind of had a good bounce and then just kind of turned left and lost all momentum. So OCS takes over at about the close to the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
So not what the Ponies were looking for, but
I wouldn't be surprised if I saw OCS just kind of run the ball, try to take as much clock up as they could while running this drive here. Obviously, we up here, we want to see another defensive drive
Yeah,
like
we-
the last one.
we'd like another turnover, please.
Please and thank you.
As they line up, two receivers at the bottom. They're just gonna hand it off to 27,
He's going to break out to the
and
right.
he's gonna break out.
and
And he's going to be tackled by Justin Miles, but not before he has a large gain. They ran to the short side of the field there. They kind of broke away from what they've been doing. But there is a flag. And it's a hold against the Saints, so that's going to back them up, so that negates the large gain by number 27.
carrying on the narrative that, while they have scored, the Saints have been relatively sloppy in regards to penalties.
Yeah, kind of a very uncharacteristic of the way they were first half, like we said.
Yeah, first half they played pretty clean and held the penalties to a minimum. But here in the second half so far, it has been very much the opposite. And now the Saints line up for, a 1st and 6?
Yes. Going to go under center. Haven't seen a whole lot of that. They're just going to hand it off to 27,
Just hand it to him again.
and he's going to fight. Whoo!
He looks like he's short.
Looks like he's short. That was big number 50, John Vaughn.
Big number 50.
Big number-
Got to put emphasis on him. I don't blame you. I love John Vaughn too.
I try not to talk about him just because he's my brother, but
I'll talk about him.
okay. But 27 kind of ran through a couple tackles, and then John just kind of
Yeah.
put a stop to it.
I wouldn't want to run into John Vaughn either.
We had I believe 27 had a cramp, and Andy Jones was out there stretching him.
The most important thing in high school sports is, sportsmanship. And,
Yes.
you're out there having fun. You're also competing, but, the main objective there is to, have fun.
Everyone's chasing the same goal.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get to the state game, so
Yeah. Everyone wants to make it. Obviously, only 2 can.
yes. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 1 for OCS.
Interestingly enough, number 27 going right back out there. Oh, never mind. He's going to come back to the sideline.
Yeah. Going to work off that calf cramp or quad or
Rub some
whatever
dirt on
he
it.
had. Rub some dirt.
Alluding to Matthew Vaughn's mother.
Yes.
They're
They're
going
gonna-
to Miss Lawley. And they come out in that pro-style formation again under center.
Looks like they're trying to hard count. No, they're going to they're going to look
Play
to
action,
pass.
And they have
He's got a
number
man
3.
open. Oh, and he's going to score. That's number 3 again for OCS. Once again, anytime they get backed up, they just throw it to number 3, and he's their man. Anytime the Ponies get a good drive going on defense, they give up the big play, which has kind of been their identity. But they've always found a way back. Always. As OCS is out to attempt this point after. And the kick is good.
I'm gonna make it 56 to 35.
Anytime the Ponies come into from 2 touchdowns, anytime they get 2 touchdowns away, OCS always finds a way.
Yeah, and it looks like they ran that same play that they ran in the first half, just that play action to number 3 on the right-hand side. He seems to be their primary vertical threat.
Yes. And they had him in the play action too. Quarterback went under center, faked it to 27. I think everyone kind of bit on it.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? You'd expect the ball to get
No,
there.
that's what they did about 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And we have Thornbrew and Jones back to receive with Hicks in his spot in the middle, along with Caden Ayers.
Caden Ayers coming in a little shorter. And they're going to try the same thing again.
And it bounces.
Looks like
It's going to go out of bounds.
Flag down, will likely be free kick out of bounds. And it looks like we were going to start at the 40.
I don't know. Last time I said that, they started at the 35.
Let's see where they get us. And it looks like we are going to be at the 35.
No, we're going to be at the 40. No, we're going to be not at the 40.
Okay, no, never mind. They're moving us again.
We're going to be somewhere in between.
We're at the 40. Well, a little shorter than the 40, but...
And they're going to move Ayers out to receiver with Jones in at quarterback.
And it'll be Trevor Jones on the keeper, who's going to hurdle.
He's going to be carried for about a 8 or 9 yard gain.
Good run. That wildcat formation with Trevor Jones in at quarterback has been pretty productive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure right there he wasn't even on the ground. He was picked up in the air and he was still churning out yards. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. They're going to send 2 receivers out to the bottom, and they're going to hand it off to Hicks, who's going to chug forward for that first down. That's kind of how they've been playing. Jones gets a good chunk of the yardage, and then Hicks comes in to kind of clean it up and get that short yardage. And looks like there's a player down. Not sure. Can't see who that is.
Be number 20, Andy Jones.
Andy Jones.
Who seems to be limping a little bit. The announcer, of course, says, just another cramp.
We have 2:52 left in the third quarter. OCS is up 56-35. Pony's going to line up. They're going to send a receiver out each side with an I formation with Jones and Volner in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Jones, who's going to
go
fight
right
forward for about a 4-yard gain.
When Trevor Jones is in the game, you just look for him to get the ball.
Brown, Kimbrough, amongst others, on the tackle with Jones.
Looks like it's 4-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 6. They're going to send 2 down to the bottom. That's Thomas and Thornbrew with Volner and Hicks. Ayers going to look to throw. He's got a little bit more time. He's got Thomas, and he's intercepted. Intercepted
by number 5.
I believe number 5. I believe that's only about the 2nd or 3rd interception that Ayers has thrown this year.
Yeah, Colton has been real careful with the interceptions.
Looking to hit somebody else because all the attention goes to Thornbrew.
It looked like it was going to number 36, Connor Thomas.
Yeah, Connor Thomas.
He was just crossing over.
So this defense comes out with OCS backed up. They're going to send 2 receivers down to the bottom with a tight end. They're just going to hand it off to 27, and he's going to be
So there is a flag down on
wrapped
the
up,
play.
but there is a flag after about a 3-yard gain.
An infraction will halt the action.
We'll see what the officials call it.
It's going to be a hold against OCS.
Is that their third or fourth hold this half? Well, this quarter, really.
So that's going to back him up even more for a 1st and 25 with a minute 50 left in the third quarter.
First and 20.
1st and 20, my apologies.
Matthew, we do know, struggles with math.
Well, right now I'm just looking at the sticks. I'm not even trying to do math.
I need to let that joke go. It's been used too many times, I think.
You're running out of jokes.
I'm running out of material.
They're going to have a tight formation. They're just going to pitch it out to 7.
Who breaks down the left, and it looks like he has a lane.
And he's going to be wrapped up by our number 7, Thornbrew.
Not before he picks up a first down.
But he does pick up a first down.
35-34 Bristow, 34 seconds left.
Are they winning?
Yeah.
A little area update. Bristow is winning 35-34 over Broken Bow with 34 seconds left. Y'all get on that, Jacob.
Yeah, come on now. You're slacking.
Build a network.
Network.
As they're going to send out 2 receivers each side, send a man in motion.
They're going to hand it off.
They're going to hand it
number
back off to 27.
Oh! Popped.
And they're going to
Throw a flag down.
throw a flag.
Andy Jones very enthusiastic about that hit.
He wears his heart on his sleeve, but
See what the officials call. Obviously, we don't want to speculate.
no. But I think we have an idea. Face mask.
Wow.
I thought that was going to be a.
I was thinking maybe a helmet.
I was thinking helmet to helmet, but
I think it's all the same. 15-yard penalty.
it's going to give OCS another first down with a minute 21 left in the third quarter. They're going to go bunch, 3 receivers out to the right.
They've run out of this formation.
Yes, and that's what they're going to do. Hand it off to number 7. He's making a beeline towards that right end, and he's going to be wrapped up, I believe, by that's Trevor Jones and Clayton Wallace. But there is a flag
down about midfield.
out about midfield. I think we can kind of guess. Yep, holding on OCS.
You know, whenever you have those outside runs, you really want to seal the edge as an offensive
Yeah.
lineman.
And that's, I believe that was the first quarter or first half when they ran that reverse. Not only did Hicks get the stop, but there was a holding on there just because on outside runs like that, you're trying to reach your guy.
Yeah.
Well, if your guy runs immediately across your face, he's already beaten you, so you're trying to catch up, and that's usually when you see a hold.
Yeah, because usually the right tackle is out there trying to seal.
Yeah.
So
You want to seal off that edge so your back can have a nice lane to run through.
Yeah.
But sometimes it comes at the cost of a holding penalty.
I had a lot of time to learn about this stuff while I was on the sidelines. Okay.
You do soak some stuff up just listening to the play call.
And
I think the
timeout.
play clock was winding down, so OCS is going to take a timeout.
obviously not wanting another delay of game
No.
like they had in the first quarter.
I do want to remind folks we do have a donation link in the description. It's not required, but it's very much appreciated. If you like what we do, that goes to paying our fees so that we can stream these playoff games, because these do cost money. And this, your donations, not only do they pay the fees for us to stream this, but it also helps us buy better equipment. And we've really expanded this season.
Oh, yeah.
We have kind of a stream deck, which gives us these nice graphics provided to us by Jacob Jones. We have a monitor up here where we can kind of watch better, kind of see what's going on.
We do have a rather limited view. We're in a very small room.
Yeah, we're in a very cramped room, and also we have the team's filmer up here with us too, so it's kind of cramped up here.
Not a problem at all. We're glad to have him up here
Yeah.
with us.
I don't know his name yet, but
Oh, neither do I. Leighton?
Leighton.
Well, we're glad to have you here,
We're
Leighton.
glad to have Leighton up here,
And
as that's going to bring up a first and 17 with 35 seconds left in the third quarter. OCS is going to go tight. They're just going to hand it off to 27. He's going to be wrapped up by John Vaughn.
John Vaughn making a big play. Really liked him. Just pulled him down by his jersey, really.
Ran the heel line, which is what you want to see in your backside defensive ends, because if they're athletic enough and fast enough, if you can just keep that edge on the play side and have your defensive end just run down.
And John Vaughn obviously is a great athlete, able to just run down and make these huge plays.
Yes.
No offense, but John Vaughn is a large.
He is a large human being, as that brings us to the end of the third quarter. OCS is up 56-35 over your Kellyville Ponies, but there's still one whole quarter left to be played, folks. And
12 minutes, a lot of time.
it's just three touchdowns. People have come back from a lot more.
In a lot less time.
I believe in Texas a few years ago, there was like 5 touchdowns scored within 30 seconds of game clock time. And I think, but Texas football is a different, but just saying, a lot of teams have come back from a lot bigger with less time. So the Ponies have another quarter to work with. The defense seems to be taking advantage of these penalties by OCS, which like we said, we didn't really see in the first half.
Yeah, no, not very many at all. I could probably count them on one hand, but now they've been racking up the penalties almost every drive.
The false starts, the holds.
It's been the holds that I think are really killing them.
Which I think, like I said, they're just trying to contain those behemoths on the defensive line. You got James Butler, you got Austin Hollingsworth, Jackson Steely rotates in, John Vaughn, Shane Lay, just these big, massive guys, and they're having to try to contain them.
Some of the referees talking to John Vaughn down there about the 45.
He always does that. He's
just that type of guy. He's very social.
Yeah.
Real friendly.
Yeah. Unless you're his brother.
Unless you're his brother and you're trying to say, you're trying to hype him up for the second half whenever you're walking back up to the press box, in which case he will stare right
He'll
through
stare right through you, like he doesn't even know you. Which, I mean, that's just laser focus.
Yeah, and that's what you always want to see. You want to see him locked in, and that's what he was.
So it's going to bring up a second and about a country mile as OCS sends 3 receivers down to the bottom, 1 up top, and they're going to look to throw.
That'll be number 87.
Number 87.
Travis Kelce.
And he's going to get about halfway between the sticks.
Like the country twang that came out in your voice there, Matthew.
Well, what did I say?
Country mile.
Country mile. Knocked out of bounds by Thornbrew.
Number 87, they've gotten him in the open field a lot, too. I think they got him on the tight end screen
Yeah,
pass.
he had a tight end screen, I believe. Was that a touchdown?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna bring up a critical 3rd and 5 for the Ponies. This could shift momentum. I think 27 is going to be involved some way.
Oh, yeah, he has to be. And he will be.
Exactly.
They're going to get him out to the right,
And he's gonna be close to a first down.
He's going to push forward. I'll see where they call it.
I think they gave it to him.
Yeah, one referee down here on the near sideline pointing the direction for a first down.
It wasn't by much though. He had to run through about 4 or 5 ponies.
And he's another guy like Trevor Jones who just keeps those legs going, and he has done all night.
And that's going to give him a first down. So this defense has been on the field for a while.
A while.
And like we said, most of these guys play both ways.
Yeah. That John Vaughn, he doesn't come off the field much at all, does he?
No, I don't think he does.
They're going to come out in this bunch, and they're going to run it to that strong side. It'll be number 27.
And he's going to cut up, and he's going to drag defenders for close to a first down.
Still has some left in the tank to get a big sprint out there.
Jones had a shot at him. The other Jones had a shot at him. Thornbrew had a shot at him, and he's just a big kid.
Yeah. Jones a real common name.
Yeah.
Kellyville. All right, Jacob.
You're making me nervous up here. We're in this very small room, and you're up here coughing. I know Jacob does not have it. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just got out of quarantine. We're all good.
He's going to send three receivers out to the right. They're just going to hand it off to 27.
No, that'll be number 3.
No, it's number 3. My bad. And he's going
to shift around.
That's Clayton Wallace.
I always love seeing Clayton Wallace.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a trooper.
And we're going to tick down to under 10 minutes left in this ball game. OCS up 56-35. Defense had a little bit of life there and then gave up the big play.
Yeah, but that comes whenever you've been on the field for as long as our defense has.
Like we said, most of these guys play both ways, so they're pretty exhausted.
Yeah.
As OCS does set up with the 1st and goal, I believe, 2nd and goal.
Come out with a fullback and number 27.
And they're just going to hand it off to 20. He's going to run to the right, and there's nobody there for the Ponies, and he's just going to roll in 62-35. Look at that, I did math, and it was right. Are you proud of me?
And we're all proud of you up here.
Thank you. Do I get my certificate now?
You don't.
Crap. I have to get 2 in a right, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. As OCS lines up for swinging gate, they're just going to motion over and kick the extra point.
Kick us up.
And it is good.
Just kind of kicking it into the woods there.
Yeah. Not sure how. Well, it looks like they have people. And there's the train horn. Forgot about the train horn.
It's always there.
Yeah. OCS goes up 63-35 with 9:28 left in the ball game. I do have to say, from a personal note, it is weird seeing my brother and potentially his last game.
Yep.
Just weird. And especially all these guys. I mean, I've known most of these guys since
they were freshmen.
Before that.
Oh yeah, you've known John obviously his whole life.
Well, but like I've known.
These guys forever.
Do what?
I went to school with these guys.
Well, you're in the same grade as him, Jacob.
Yeah, our cameraman here.
But no, like I've known these guys for a long time, and to see them in potentially their last game just kind of weird for me.
You're old, Matthew.
I am old.
It's been a great year, though.
It has been
Yeah.
a great year, one of the better years we've had recently. Obviously, we had a playoff run 2 years ago, a not so stellar year last year, but this has really come full swing.
We have a lot of upside in this team. We have a very bright future, and we're hopeful for more seasons like this to come.
Yes, we do have some very talented sophomores. That sophomore class has, Cade Enlow, Tyler Stewart, Caden Ayers, Nate Stubblefield, Jostin Miles, Jackson Steely, and I know I'm missing a few, but this sophomore class, as he looks for Miles, and they're going to throw a flag. They're going to throw a flag on that pass.
We're going to wait to see what it is.
Flag on the play. Micah Hook there with the defense.
And they're moving the ball, which would indicate maybe a.
Looks like they moved it 15 yards.
I didn't see. Did they say what the flag was?
I did see the referee on the near sideline signaling to their coach that there was maybe a jersey pull on the pass.
Okay. Ayers going to drop back. He's going to
roll out.
He's just going to run. Pick up
pick up a few yards.
Pick up a couple yards.
You'll always take that over a sack any day.
Into OCS territory at their 46. Clock stop, 9:14 to go.
We have 9:14 left in this ball game. OCS is up 63-35. Pony's going to go out in doubles. We don't see doubles a lot out of the Ponies.
And it looks like there's double moves
And
on
they're
the
gonna-
right-hand side, and they're going to try to hit Tabor Thornbrew.
And looks like it was just out of his fingertips. Tried to hit Thornbrew, but it was good coverage.
Pass intended for Thornbrew, incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and about 7.
3rd and 7 for the Ponies.
It's a great defense. It's 3rd and 7.
Ayers had a very good pocket right there.
Oh, yeah.
This, like we said, this big offensive line has protected him for the most part this year. He's going to send Jones in motion. He's going to look to throw. He's got
gonna roll out
pressure.
left, and he's going to shift around, get a pass off to Jeremy Hicks out.
He's
going to
hit Hicks.
Who's going to break a tackle, keep up,
Stay on his feet.
go for a first
And
down.
he's got the first down. Wow, that was a good play.
That was a great play.
It's a great play by Ayers to avoid 2 rushers
Oh, yeah.
and find Hicks over there by himself. And that's going to move the chains on this 3rd down.
Ayers really just improvising and making something happen.
Yes. And we've really seen his progression.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing him as a freshman and now being able to see him to what he is now. It's really, really good to see.
And he's just going to throw it out to Hicks.
On a little swing route.
And he's going to
He's going to put his head down and
pick
fight
up,
for a few more yards.
pick up a couple yards.
Makes the tackle after the short gain.
And looks like they're trying to get up to the line. But like we said, this big offensive line has not only paved the way for the 3 backs, but they've really protected Ayers.
Yeah.
I can probably count on one hand how many sacks they've given up.
Yeah, not many. Most of the time Colton's been hit, it's whenever he's had to roll out.
Yes. Ayers going to look to throw.
Hit it over the top, and it's just incomplete to Justin Miles.
Good coverage by the defense.
Yeah, not giving up the inside leverage, forcing the tough throw out to the right-hand sideline. And that'll bring up 3rd down, and it looks like 6 or 7. Oh, they're calling it 7. And the Ponies are going to come out in this offset look.
Ayers going to roll to his right. He's got some room.
Looks
He's
like
going to
pick up the first down.
first down and a little bit more.
Good play by Colton Ayers.
Yeah, he's real good at picking his spots now.
A lot faster now than he used to be.
Yes. I remember he'd see a lane open up, he'd kind of pee his pants a little bit when he was younger,
He
but
used to hesitate, but now there's no hesitation.
no,
there.
he just takes it and goes. Like I said, he's been a 4-year starter at quarterback, so we were able to see him grow and progress as a player.
Oh, yeah.
As we send 3 receivers down to the bottom with 7:41 left in the ball game, I'm going to motion Jones. Ayers going to roll.
Step up.
Oh, and he's going to trip up. He's going to, looks like he slipped a little bit on the field, and he's going to take a sack.
And an OCS player pulling him up there.
Yeah. So that's going to back him up. Looks like 3 or 4.
And with time ticking towards 7 minutes left in the ball game here, the OCS Saints up 63-35. But it is 2nd down and 14 for the Ponies as Ayers lines up under center. And
He's going to roll to his left. He's
Play
going to look to
fake.
throw.
He's
He's going to hit Hicks,
Jeremy Hicks,
who
breaks
shakes
the
a tackler,
tackle.
shakes 2 tackles, and he's down inside the 5. Good grab by number 3, Jeremy Hicks.
Good pass, too. Just
Yeah.
putting it up there where Jeremy Hicks has a real shot at it as he had inside leverage, just jumps up, wins the jump ball, comes down, breaks the tackle off the guy, and almost shifts past the second one.
If it wasn't for that second defender grabbing the shoelace, we might be putting 6 on the board. But anyway, that's going to give Ponies a 1st and goal, and they're going to hand it off to Jones.
And there's a flag.
There's a flag. They're going to get offsides against OCS.
See, even the defense is not immune to the flags.
So that's going to move it half the distance, I believe. So they're going to take over at about the 2, I think. 2 or 3.
I think it'll be the 3. Well, actually, I don't know. Don't listen to me.
They're going to send man in motion. That's Thornbrew.
And Ayers will look to pass.
And he's going to look for, and he's in.
Touchdown.
He's in for the Ponies. Touchdown.
Colton Ayers with a rushing touchdown here to make it 41-63. A lot of points in this
Yeah.
game. High scoring game, which I think was to be expected here
Yeah.
with 2 high flying offenses.
Yes. But like I said, I thought which OCS has thrown it effectively, but it's been their run game.
Oh yeah, it's been that number 27 on the ground mainly.
Yes.
And Justin Miles, the kick is
And it's blocked. And so we're going to stay at 41. I think 24 was looking to scoop and score, but in Oklahoma high school football, if it's blocked, it's just dead.
Yeah, I remember the first time I had a kick blocked, I was looking to do the same thing, just break down and make a tackle. But
no,
they
because
can't return it. But I think you can in the higher levels, obviously.
I mean, obviously you can return a field goal. Yeah. But extra point, it's just blown dead.
Which I've always thought was weird.
Yeah, because I mean, at the other levels, it's a free 2 points.
Well, not free 2 points, but an opportunity at it.
Opportunity at 2 points, as we have 6:14 left in this ball game. OCS is up 63-41 over your Kellyville Ponies.
And it looks like Ayers is walking out to onside kick again.
Yeah, they're going to look to steal a possession on special teams, which, like we said,
Anything can happen.
it seems like for years coaches kind of ignored special teams, just get 11 bodies out there, but you get a fake punt or a good return or an onside kick, and you can steal a possession.
I remember whenever we played, we worked on onside kicks. We worked on fake punts.
Yes.
It really shows that the third phase of the game is really becoming more and more important, even in the high school level.
And you see a lot of the successful teams have really good special teams.
Oh, yeah.
At all 3 levels.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like they're going to come out. And
and it's going to hit a Kellyville player, and
looks like Caden
Ayers got a piece of it. Maybe a little bit too eager to get the recovery, kind of ran out in front of it.
Yeah, it looked like the whole coverage team was kind of just getting out, trying to get the ball ahead. They were just trying to get ahead of the ball there, but
which, I mean, there is an art to the onside kick.
Oh yeah, it's real tough.
A lot of people just toe poke the crap out of the top of the ball.
Yeah, and that's not always what you want to do. You want to make sure it gets a bounce.
Yes.
At the right time. And to really do that, you got to hit it with your laces right at like the 3/4 mark of the ball.
That's some insight from a former kicker right there, folks. You
All
can't get that anywhere else.
All right, I'll shut up now.
No, that's real. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man. So kind of just shows what I think about whenever I watch football. As OCS takes over, they're going to hand it to that number 27 as they've done all game.
And he's going to break.
He's going to break up the left-hand sideline, and looks like he is going to be short.
He's going to be shoved out by, I believe, Connor Smith.
Looks like, yeah. Another big run.
At the 5,
It looks like he was shoved out the 5 with 6 minutes left in the ball game.
It'll be first and goal for the Saints.
First and goal for the Saints.
And they're going to line up with 3 players in the backfield.
I haven't really seen that a whole lot, and they're just going to hand it off to number 9.
Who's going to get an outside lane. And
He's going to
like
bowl over a
he's in.
defender. Looks like a player had a shot at him and just outran the angle.
Yeah, that number 9 looks to be their speedster, really.
Yeah.
He is fast.
As we have 5:42 left in this ball game. OCS is up 69-41, pending this point after.
110 points between the two.
We kind of figured this was going to be a high-scoring game as OCS shifts to kick this extra point.
There's high-scoring games, and there's 110 points between
Yeah.
the 2 teams.
Yeah,
And the kick is up.
and there's a flag.
We'll wait and see what it was, but the kick is
The kick
good.
was good. Might have been an offsides or
We're just going to wait and see what the officials call it. Personal foul against the Ponies, and it'll be assessed on the kickoff.
5:42 to go in the game. Saints extend their lead again.
And yes, and that'll make the score 70-41.
Hector, I want to say thank you for coming up in the booth with us.
Yeah.
I wish we'd have done it sooner because it's been a blast having you up here.
Oh yeah, I've had a lot of fun being up here with you, Matt. Obviously, you're a good friend of mine, so being able to do something like this with you is a lot of fun for me.
I mean, I've known you for what, 5 years?
Yeah.
About 5
Well,
years,
Actually, no, I'd probably be a little longer.
maybe.
Because I think I probably really met you probably my sophomore year.
Well,
That's whenever I joined.
I met you when you were an 8th grader.
Did you really?
Yeah, when you were running track.
Oh yeah.
I kind of
You knew of me there.
I conversed with you a little bit,
See, I've been hit on the head a lot since then.
giving you tips on how to run the 4x8. As OCS looks to kick off with the short field, and they're just going to pooch it, and that's going to be Clayton Wallace, who's going to fight forward, kind of shucking and jiving right there. We got 5:37 left in this ball game. OCS is up 70-41. Ponies do have the ball. Let's see if they can, get a score and come out on a positive note.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure the Ponies are going to look to do that.
Look, they got Jones in the backfield. Good things happen when he's in the backfield.
They're going to play action, and it's going
He's
to be
gonna
up to Taylor
he's gonna try to hit
Thornbrew.
Thornbrew. Oh,
Oh, very nearly caught by
bobble.
either team.
In between 2 defenders, and Thornbrew almost came up with it even then. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Ponies. I kind of jinxed it there because I said good things happen when Jones is in the backfield.
They didn't
And
hand it to him.
no, they didn't, but
And they're line up Taver Thornbrew up at receiver again, and this time they are going to hand it off to Trevor Jones.
he's going to shuck and jive for
He's going to fight.
I want to say, looks like 7 yards.
No quit in that guy.
No, he keeps those legs moving.
They're going to bring out Connor Thomas, number 36.
And they're going to put in that Shane Lay right there at tight end, number 40.
Justin Miles checks out of the game. They're going to line up Trevor Jones out wide, and they're going to motion him back in.
And Ayers going to roll to his right. He's just going to launch it back. Knocked away. He was looking for Trevor Jones.
Deflected by number 3. Smart play by Trevor Jones, noticing the gap that he had going up the middle, and matched by number 3, who has been all over the field on all 3 phases of the game.
He's return kicks, return punts, made some plays on defense, caught some balls on offense. He's the complete package.
He's been everywhere.
And looks like Pony's going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to split a receiver out each side. I believe that's Thomas and Thornbrew at the top.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to call a timeout with 4:33 left in the ball game.
You touched on it earlier, watching John Vaughn here. And watching, everybody else.
Watching all the seniors, not just
Yeah.
my brother, but all the guys that he's been with for a few years. And
Yeah, I remember these guys as freshmen and seeing them as seniors.
And this senior class as a whole has some really good athletes. We had several softball girls sign scholarships. We had a few basketball, and then I'm sure some of these guys will get to play at the next level. I guarantee it. As Ayers goes under center for 4th down, pitched out to Jones. It's a reverse to Thornbrew. He's going
to try to break out.
He's going to break the edge, and he's going to fight forward, but I think he's short. Trying to show some of that speed that he possesses.
And it looks like it is going to be a turnover on downs.
So OCS will take over with 4:24 left in the ball game. See if this defense can get a stop right here, and we can get one last offensive score from this team that's been really fun to watch this year.
Oh, yeah. And even now, they've put up a lot of points.
Yes, even in defeat, they put up points. As they're going to send 3 out to the right, and they're just going to hand it off to 27.
And Trevor Jones gets a hit on him, and he is eventually brought down with Andy Jones also in on the tackle.
The Jones twins. Just kidding. They're not twins.
There just happens to be a lot of people in the town of Kellyville with the last name Jones.
Well, it's a very common surname.
Oh, yeah.
Like Smith.
How many Smiths do we have? Not many. Connor Smith.
I can think of a couple.
But I noticed a lot. There was a lot of Joneses.
There's a lot of Joneses.
Like Jacob Jones here.
They're going to set up with that 3-back formation, hand it off to number 9.
He seems like the guy in that split formation.
Yep, and he's going to go out of bounds short of the 1st down. With 3:32 left in the ball game, OCS is up 70-41 over the Kellyville Ponies, and never say never, but this one kind of looks like it's coming to an end maybe. And if it does, this has been a really good season, really fun to watch as a fan.
Yeah, I've had a blast watching these guys play.
And the future does look bright.
Yeah.
I know when you graduate 11 seniors, you expect a drop-off, but I don't think there's going to be a drop-off as they have the talent to be very good next year.
Talent, also the coaching.
Yes. As they hand it off to 27, he's going to be met and wrapped up.
I don't think he got the first.
Maybe short of a 1st down. Yeah, it's going to bring up a 4th and about 3. With 3:10 left in the ball game. And OCS hurries up to the line with a receiver split out each side, a fullback and a running back. And looks like they got the ponies to jump off sides.
Number 50, John Vaughn there.
Yeah, he's just anxious to get that tackle, and now it's going to move the ball forward and give OCS a first down.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about OCS having a lot of penalties in the second half, but the ponies have really not had many.
It's pretty much flipped.
Yeah.
Ponies they didn't have a whole, I mean, not an ungodly amount, but they had some in the first half, and OCS was squeaky clean, and now OCS has a lot of holdings, and
yeah,
which, I mean, that's just
a couple PI calls.
It's just the way a football game goes. As they're going to set up with 2:28 left in the ball game. OCS is up 70-41. And I think they're going to hand it off here.
Yeah, it'll be.
They're going to hand it off underneath to 44, who's met, and he's going to be pushed back. That was Cody Barnes, Thornbrew, and Hicks got in the backfield.
That I was saying whenever they last came out of that split formation, that number 9 seems to be the guy there, and obviously they're playing off that and hand it to number 44 on almost a reverse.
So they're just going to bleed this clock, and they're going to go on to the third round of the playoffs most likely. And the clock's going to wind down to 1:45 left in the ball game.
Do we know who they'd be playing?
It's either Davis and another team. I can't remember, but I know Davis was in there. I'm going to sign off early so I can go talk to my brother. So it's been fun, guys. Been a good season, and I hope to hear from y'all next year.
And the OCS Saints are going to pick up here on second down.
Hector, Matt's going to go down and be with his brother here at the end of the ball game, but I want to touch on what he said a while ago as far as the future for some of these kids.
Yeah.
If you're a college coach and you don't take a chance on Trevor Jones or Taver Thornbrew or John Vaughn,
oh yeah,
you're missing out. There's college talent right there on that ball field.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I know that this is going to be a tough loss. It's going to be tough to get a hold of. Your final play is always tough in the high school ranks, but I tell you what, these kids got a bright future. Many of them are going to go hit straight to the gym on Monday.
Oh, yeah, they're going straight up ready for basketball season. I know Jeremy Hicks and Colton Ayers in particular, I remember seeing them. And, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of these guys.
And the talent level that we have at Kellyville, every squad we put out this year has a chance to advance far in the state tournament. Girls basketball, boys basketball, the baseball team ought to be one of the favorites to win it all. The slow pitch softball team will be defending their state championship. Kellyville's got a bunch to look forward to. It's going to be tough on these 11 seniors, but what a great group of kids this is. So congratulations to OCS. I can't say anything negative about them. They've treated us like gold up here in the press box.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We appreciate their hospitality, making us feel welcome.
Players been very sportsmanlike as well on the field. I don't know if you pick up on the small little things they do. They're helping our guys up. They're patting them on the back. It's a very sportsmanlike team, very classy school. Absolutely.
Well, they run their record to 9-0. It's well deserved. They're a great ball team. Kellyville falls to 7-4 to end the season, but these kids will be back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely be back, and there's still a bunch left out there for the Kellyville student athlete, especially this year. Basketball season actually kicks off December 1st. And KV Rising will be there. Mr. Terry Wiggs doing play-by-play again for us, and may have you in as a guest if you want to continue on. Man, I wish we'd discovered you earlier. You and Matt make a great team, and we've enjoyed having you. We thank you so much. We thank all those that have made donations to us throughout. Like I say, all your donation money, we will put it in a fund. It will go to help pay our basketball playoff fees whenever the basketball teams make the playoffs there. Our sponsor fees, we are constantly buying new equipment. We look to do some different things. We went out and bought a drone the other day, so we're going to incorporate a drone into our stuff just to let you know what KB Rising is doing. As the Kellyvilles do their final thing out there on the field for the 2020 season, a weird season at that, must say. So
hopefully next season we get a little more regular.
But we've got a long drive home. We're going to sign off here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We had a great crowd tonight. Thank all our sponsors, Patriot Air, CT Decorative Concrete and Construction, and also CNC Construction as our new Hall of Fame sponsor here. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. I'm Robbie Jones for Matt Vaughn and Hector Garcia.
Yes.
All right, boy, I didn't even know his last name. We're going to say goodnight from out of here, and we will see you during basketball season. Awesome, my friend. You're welcome anytime.
Oh, really? I love it.